build at the Republican National Committee now, but
I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't realize I had to push that. All right, guys. How you guys all doing today? I actually played my intro in the beginning. I didn't realize that I didn't go live right away, so start now. There we go. Sorry. I had to do this a little bit differently. My YouTube was messing up. It's actually working a lot better now. How you guys all doing today? Appreciate you stopping by. We're just like, I just been seeing a lot of things, about Trump and Biden. I just want to break it down a little bit. Who do you guys got winning though? Let me know.
This news, former President Trump is ahead in the polls, but he's falling behind when it comes to another important number, that's fundraising. Trump advisors say he won't be able to match Biden's fundraising totals, blaming
It's sad that people think that things like that are the most important things.
billionaire donors who are shoveling mountains of cash into Biden's campaign war chest. A lot of them were in New York City last night at Biden's flashy fundraiser. James Freeman is assistant editor of the Wall Street Journal editorial page and a Fox News contributor. Here we have totals for Biden and Trump. Large donations for Biden really coming in pretty hot, right? $73 million to Trump, $61 million. And then even for small contributions, 60 to 34. So that is a...
So, do you guys feel like this is significant to anything? You know what I mean? Trump's brand is big enough. Honestly, I don't even think he has to camp. He doesn't even have to do ads or anything. He can literally just go talk to people around the country. In all honesty, he probably doesn't even have to talk to people. He could probably just go do podcasts for free and he'll win the election. I can guarantee that.
A significant difference. I do think, but I love your take, James. That's why you're here. But there's plenty of money that is going to be spent, and there's a lot of earned media that President Trump brings to this, which is almost even more valuable. But
yes,
the money race, when you look at this, is it a concern for Republicans?
No.
It should be a concern because there have been concerns within the party about their get out the vote effort. Do they have enough machinery at the grassroots to get people to turn out to persuade them to vote by mail ballot or otherwise or in person? So they're doing sort of a rebuild at the Republican National Committee now, but money helps in that effort and obviously in advertising. And unlike in 2016, when you had a lot of people in our industry, CNN, MSNBC, kind of promoting Trump because they thought he would be beatable, he's probably going to get a rougher media reception this time around.
We'll see how that goes. He has rallies next week in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Green Bay, Wisconsin. So he's going to be hitting those swing states.
Hey, it's smart. It's smart to get them states because there's already states that he knows that are voting for him. He doesn't really have to rally in them. I can guarantee he doesn't have to come to Ohio and we're going to vote Republican, majority.
Much like the president.
Even though I live in Cleveland, which is a very liberal city, Cleveland tends to vote liberal down the line. Ohio as a whole votes Republican.
Did.
Most of the time.
Meanwhile, you got all the news of RFK this week, and he was on with Jesse last night. There's a lot of points to be made here. We'll give you your shot.
Oh, good.
Here he is last night on prime time.
The Democratic Party is doing everything it can to disenfranchise people and make sure that people can't vote for who they want to, using litigation against me. And, I'm not a fan of President Trump's, but I want to beat him in a fair fight.
I like that Kennedy says that, at least. He wants to beat him in a fair fight. What's wrong with that? You should want to beat people in a fair fight.
The Democratic Party ought to stand for voting rights and encouraging as many people to vote as possible and giving them as many choices. That's what democracy is. It's not, the party in the Soviet Union, the political party would choose the candidates.
So, on our broadcast yesterday, Mark Penn was with us, and he's a Democratic pollster, Democratic strategist, and he was saying that the Democrats going after Kennedy is just over the top.
Yeah.
And some of the language, Robert Garcia is a congressman out of California. I think he serves Long Beach.
I did like what RFK said about that, though. It should be a fair fight. It should always be fair. Even against Joe Biden, I just wanted to be a fair fight. Even though he should not be allowed to be running for president. He is completely mentally gone.
He calls it tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists, disgusting and shameful, a horrific campaign, and that was on the day that he announced. So what I would anticipate is that a lot more Democrats are going to pile on to this commentary than what Kennedy is talking.
I think the Team Biden is very worried about RFK because he's gotten a lot of attention from, I would say, people on the right side of the political spectrum from his free speech stance, and good for him. He's kind of an outlier in the Democratic Party these days. But as voters look at him, they are going to see, as former President Trump has been noting.
Bro, this dude sounds like RFK if he was like 10 years younger.
This is basically a leftist in terms of his policy positions. And so that's where Team Biden really thinks he could cut into that vote of people who are not satisfied with Biden, would never vote for Trump. They're looking for another option to
A third option that's just going to take away votes from Biden, which I'm cool with.
express their maybe maverick and more left-wing views. And that's why you're seeing the same thing that happened to people who tried to challenge President Biden in the primaries. Dean Phillips had a tough time getting on ballots. They actually canceled the Florida Democratic primary. They didn't want any competition. And so that same strategy is coming here, where you're going to see, I think, more and more legal challenges as far as ballot access for Kennedy.
How do you think that RFK Jr.'s announcement this week of his vice presidential choice of somebody that people don't know, it's Nicole Shanahan is her name. I will admit I'm Shanahan
Far left liberal.
and curious. I'd love to learn more. He says there's no one more qualified to be vice president in the
Why? Because she paid him so much. That's why. Everybody, please make sure to hit the like for me if you could. It really does help out a lot.
United States than this woman. How do you think that went this week?
That may be true. I think it's also true
Also, how you guys all
we were
doing
talking
today?
about getting on ballots. If you're not creating a new party, if you're not trying to get a
No.
no label
No vice president. Sorry.
or libertarian ballot line, if it's just you, in some states you need to name a vice presidential candidate with you. So she brings that. He kind of needed someone at this point to run alongside with. She also brings money. I think related to what we were talking about, this makes him a tougher sale for people in the middle.
Yep.
She is a Democratic donor, a mega donor on the left side. So it's this
very
is
true.
probably heightening the anxiety at the White
thank
House.
you, guys.
This
I
is
appreciate it.
explicitly now a left-wing.
Conversely, I think the Trump team was doing cartwheels when that announcement.
I would guess.
Oh, without a doubt, I said the same thing, bro. Seriously, when they first announced that, I was like, wow. I was like, they didn't take anything away from Trump. They just took nothing but votes away from Biden with that. Like, if RFK was smart, I get it. The lady was donating to him, so she probably told him, like, hey, you want me to keep funding your campaign? I want to be vice president. Makes sense. But if RFK was smart, he would have picked a more moderate candidate, somebody else that's like, I don't want to say conservative for him, but somebody that kind of plays both sides of the fence like he does. I guess, what are they called, moderates or something like that, right? A more moderate one would have definitely been a much better choice for RFK. I don't think this hurts Trump at all. That's just me personally.
Yep.
Yeah.
James, nice to see you.
Good to be
I
here.
would like
Thanks.
to
Good
see
you.
Shanahan debate Kamala Harris, though. Just
saying.
I would
Yeah,
like
will
to
there
be
be
good
any
TV.
debates this time? Let's
see.
hope. Nobody seems to like them anymore.
Happy Easter to you.
You too.
Thank you,
Thanks.
James.
Great
Nice
to be
to
here.
see you.
Thanks.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
So then I was looking at this, right? I seen a couple crazy videos. I seen this one though. This one really came across. Right here, look at this. Elite ICE unit arrests accused child rapist MS-13 gang member.
You mentioned this, Dana. I want to get to it now. An elite immigration team making a major bust, taking down 5 alleged migrant criminals, and they did it while working around sanctuary city policies.
5 of them? What?
Bill Malugin embedded with that team in Boston. He's got the story now. Bill, what you learn? Hello.
Hey, Bill, good morning to you. ICE says because of sanctuary policies here in Massachusetts, illegal aliens charged with heinous crimes are essentially able to roam the streets after release without any notice. And we were
This is pathetic, bro. I'm telling you, this is Armageddon. They're setting us up.
with ICE as they took down 4 alleged child rapists and an MS-13 gang member, all in a single morning.
Any questions, you can talk to your team leaders.
It's the pre-dawn hours in Boston.
Kid has a real violent history.
And this elite team of ICE deportation officers is briefing on their target list for the day.
Dude, this is nuts to me, bro.
Illegal aliens charged with egregious crimes.
All the targets today, every single one of them is an aggravated felony here in the Commonwealth. So these are really the cases that are the worst of the worst here in Massachusetts.
Damn,
ICE quickly
dude,
takes
that's
down
nuts.
its first target, an illegal alien from Guatemala, charged with aggravated child rape.
Carlos.
What?
Yep.
Minutes later, ICE arrests a Colombian national, charged with the rape of a child above age 14.
I don't
What?
have enough officers or resources to tackle every one of these public safety threats. Are we going after the child rapist today, or are we going to go after that 2 times deported fentanyl dealer? Because we can't get both.
Why not? You guys, that's why they need to fund the police.
ICE's next arrest, a combative MS-13 gang member from El Salvador, charged with a slew of violent crimes. Officers then arrested this Brazilian.
This is crazy, and this is happening in our country right now. This is nuts. Does anybody else feel like this is crazy right now?
Man charged with 5 counts of aggravated rape of a child. How are you guys not notified about a child rapist being released?
Unfortunately, in Massachusetts, that's how it is with most of these.
So 3 out of the 4 were child rapists. What is going on with our country?
Sanctuary jurisdictions.
A short time later, ICE took down their final target, a Brazilian gang member, also charged with child rape.
Is this real? Are we being punked right now? Like, where's Ashton Kutcher at? Guys, are we being punked right now? Are we literally on an episode of Punked, or is this like a grant, like the aliens are punking us, you know? And like, you ever see Rick and Morty where they do the show, Show Me What You Got? Are they punking us right now? You know what I mean? And this is like comedy to somebody higher up. Not God, obviously, but, you know, like some aliens or something. Like, what is going on?
Just this morning today, 4 accused
Bro, 4 out of 5, they just said.
child rapists and 1 MS-13 gang member. Those are the kind of people you're going after.
That's every day up here in Boston. If those are the public safety threats that we really want to get off the street, it was a great day for the teams. That's 5 public safety threats that are on in the community. Going to go ahead and victimize anyone else.
And I said,
Deport them.
as all of those arrests you just saw happen because local authorities ignored their detainer request to keep these guys in custody due to sanctuary policies. ICE says all of those suspects will remain in federal custody until their local charges are resolved. Then ICE will seek to deport
Deport all of them.
every single one of them.
Yes.
Send it back to you.
And make
About fucking time, bro. About time. Start deporting these people, bro. What is going on? So let's get back into this, right? So Trump attended the NYPD officer's wake. We learned a little bit about that last night. So afterwards, I guess he sent a message. I didn't see this. Let's check this out.
Three
This is on Fox
presidents,
and Friends.
Biden, Obama, and Clinton, attending a celebrity-filled fundraiser in Manhattan while President Trump visits Long Island to attend the wake of a slain NYPD officer.
Why does Obama look like that?
Jonathan Diller.
And Brian had the chance to talk with President Trump after the wake in his hometown of Massapequa.
Mr. President, this is what we got up to today with the New York Post. Prime of his life, this officer taken out. You placed the call earlier this week. Why was it important for you to talk to Stephanie?
Stephanie's incredible, and they wanted me to be there, and I wanted to be there, and I came in from Florida, and what a family, the Diller family, and they lost a hero, really. I mean, just a hero. They're devastated. The family is devastated. The police force is devastated. The whole country feels this way, and it's happening more and more, and it's really a lack of respect for law and order, and we have to have law and order back in our country.
Without a doubt, dude. Like, our country is going to shit right now, seriously. Our country is going to hell in a handbasket.
Country, and we're going to, because this can't happen. This was a brutal murder.
Not only is he a police officer and the prime of his life cut down, this guy had 70 collars in 3 years. He loved doing the job, and this is a blue blood family.
True, blue blood and top of his class, and everything perfect. A beautiful record of doing his job properly and fairly. And this is what happens. It's just so horrible. Jonathan was, you know, they say walking the top. He was the top in every respect, top of his class. And this happened to somebody that should not have happened.
So in that town, my town, there'll be about 100,000 police officers. They're coming from Texas. They're coming from all around. What are your thoughts when you see men and women in blue show up for someone's funeral they never met?
So when I was leaving, we paid our respects to the family, most magnificent, beautiful wife, the grandmother, and the mother.
What's up, Buck? Appreciate you, brother.
Everybody is there but Jonathan. And what a scene. But when I was leaving, we're driving down the road, and it felt like we were driving for miles, and there were men and women in blue. They were going for such a period. I said, that's a lot of people.
Man, that was crazy when the officer got killed.
It's moving.
That was a long blue line.
Right.
That was a long blue line indeed, and that's respect. They have respect for this family. They have respect for what Jonathan meant, and to me, they're the most brave people. Look, it's getting worse and worse for police because
I just got
has been made in the death of NYPD officer Jonathan Diller.
All right, the driver of the car that he stopped before being shot is facing 2 weapons charges.
Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini's live outside criminal court in Kew Gardens, Queens, where the suspect was just arraigned. Steph.
Good.
Natasha, Steve, Lindsey Jones was arraigned today on weapons charges. Lindsey Jones was remanded by the judge. It came out in court that he was already out on bail in connection to a separate crime the night Officer Diller was shot and killed. Lindsey Jones in Queens criminal court basically revealed that he's saying he didn't know the other man that was in the vehicle. Police say he was driving, and he's saying that the man that pulled the trigger was a hitchhiker. We found that out in court. Guy Rivera is identified by police as the one who pulled the trigger. He was actually shot the same night the officer was shot. Rivera is in police custody, according to the district attorney, and in the hospital, and will also face charges in connection to this case. Of course, the details continue to unfold. The president of the police union today said this is the beginning of justice that needs to be served. Back to you two inside.
Crazy. All right, let's go back to what was it?
3 presidents, Biden, Obama.
So Trump went there, right? And here's what Biden decided to do.
Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Emily Compagno, and joining me today, Fox News Sunday anchor and chief legal correspondent Shannon Bream, Fox News contributor and president of American Spirit Enterprises Tammy Bruce, Fox News contributor and host of Time.
Sorry, guys. Can't do it. Can't do it. Let's see what the liberal mainstream media has to say today. I like looking into their stuff. We weren't that close. When we describe we were that close. Okay. Trump lawyer says prosecutors are trying to expand gag order. Let's look at it.
As breaking news we're following now, attorneys for Donald Trump claim prosecutors in Manhattan are trying to expand the gag order in this hush money case. Let's bring in CNN's Kara Skadel. She's got details for us. What can you tell us, Kara?
Yeah, so Donald Trump's attorneys have just written to the judge saying that they think that the prosecutors are trying to expand on the gag order that was put in place earlier this week. The judge said that Trump couldn't make comments about the potential witness.
Why does he have to expand his gag order, but they could say whatever they want to say? I don't get it.
This is, in this case, the jury, court staff members, members of the prosecution team, and their family members. But he specifically said that it would not apply to the district attorney, Alvin Bragg. So the prosecutor's office pointing out to the judge that the day after that gag order was put in place, Donald Trump made statements about the judge and his daughter, and they asked
what did he say? I forget.
The court to clarify if this gag order applies to the judge's family members, the family members of the district attorney, or family members of anyone else associated in this case, including some of the witnesses or potential witnesses here. Trump's attorneys are responding to that, saying that this appears to be an expansion or a request to expand the gag order. They're saying that Trump has interpreted the way that a lot of people have in the legal community, that it doesn't apply to the judge or his daughter. And if the judge is going...
Hey, you know what? I'll say this. For being on CNN, she's being honest right now, that she's just telling it verbatim what it is. Usually they try and manipulate you to make you think Trump is completely wrong. Now let's see how she goes as the video goes on, because she couldn't make me completely wrong and look stupid like always. But let's see.
Going to consider that, they want to be able to file legal briefs to argue against it. So it's now before the judge, but, the prosecutors...
Isn't a gag order like specifically just talking about the case, right? It has nothing to do with like saying something about a person. Isn't it specifically just has to do with anything that could, give any kind of leadway about the case? I thought that's what a gag order was.
Immediately reacting to Trump's Truth Social statements, where he was making statements about the judge's family members, and they're asking the court for some clarity. But Trump's team thinking that that is an overreach and an effort to expand this gag order, Wolf.
All right, Kara Scannell reporting for us. Thank you very much. I want to bring in our legal and political experts for some analysis right now.
They're no frickin' experts. They're on CNN 90% of the time. They're not experts.
Norm Eisen, what could this suggest to you that prosecutors are asking?
Liberal.
Whether this gag order covers the judge's family.
I think all this stuff. Take Trump's money.
Meet Disc.
Oh, that's what I was waiting for.
Wolf, we've seen Trump, in a way that appears to be very intentional, target Judge Merchan's daughter, including by name, in a series of social media postings. And we know from his prior...
That's nothing to do with a gag order, though.
Isolation of individuals in this fashion, that can create an enhanced risk profile. Now, the language of the gag order here talks about the family members of counsel or court staff. There is an ambiguity whether that encompasses the judge's daughter. I think the DA is right to ask for clarification. And let's not let the quibbling about the words of the existing order detract from how incredibly inappropriate and dangerous it is to single out the adult child of a judge in this fashion.
Important point. Kristen Holmes, you've done a lot of reporting on this. A federal judge, as you know, gave a very rare and extraordinary interview to CNN's Caitlin Collins about the threats to judges. And that interview was last night. Watch this little excerpt.
It's very disconcerting.
Bro, why does she always look so mad?
To have someone making comments about a judge, and it's particularly problematic when those comments are in the form of a threat, especially if they're directed at one's family. I mean, we do these jobs because we're committed to the rule of law and we believe in the rule of law, and the rule of law can only function effectively when we have judges who are prepared to carry out their duties without the threat of potential physical harm.
Why did he physically harm him? See, they use words to try and, play into your emotions. Look how mad she is, dude. Why? Why is she so mad?
Strong words. Is there a recognition, Caitlin, from the Trump team about the potential
He's angry
impact
too.
of his
With the
rhetoric?
glasses.
Well, the way that the Trump team is phrasing it in this response that they've provided to the court is.
See, that's the thing, right? You guys see what I said about the original lady? She just told it how it was. And she has to say, oh, the way that Trump's team is wording it, like it's not right or something, you see? They're trying to play into your head to get that thought going in your brain already, right? Instead of just allowing you to have your own thoughts. That's what's wrong with the news nowadays.
They're defending him, and they're saying that the gag order, it wasn't about the court, that that's not how Donald Trump would have interpreted it. And they're also saying that what he is doing, attacking the judge's daughter by name, pointing out that she has worked for Democratic political campaigns, they're saying.
What's wrong with that? Are they mad that he's exposing it?
Essentially, that is campaign speech, and so it should be protected. This is an argument that they have to make here because it's a bit different than in his other cases. In his other cases, there is a case where he has a gag order that's been upheld by the federal appellate court in Washington, D.C. This is another criminal case. And in that case, it also says court staff and families should not be commented on, and he has not tried to go there in that direction. He has not commented since that gag order was put in place about that judge or her staff.
Dummy, yeah.
And so when you look at these gag orders and the way they've been structured, they're in rungs. Witnesses get the most amount of protection, and then people who work on these cases, whether it's line prosecutors, people from the FBI, investigators whose names we wouldn't know in the public, or court staff and their families, that's the next rung of protection. And then the public officials are treated a bit differently because their names are out there. And so this clarification request, Trump's team says, you know, this shouldn't have been about the judge. We don't believe it's about the judge.
These people just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about the same thing over and over and over again. Like, don't they get sick of it, bro? Like, I mean, I can't watch the news for the most part anyway. I like watching these to like just react on what's really going on, but like, or you know, on what they say is going on. But like, I know reality and stuff, and half the majority of things you see on these news companies is not reality. These people just literally try to play into your emotions over and over and over again. And when it happens to them, they cry racism or bigotry or sexism or I'm a woman and you're just saying that because you're a misogynist. It's pathetic, dude. Like, and this is just all so pathetic nowadays.
But there is still an open.
We allowed it, though. We allowed the government to get like this. We allowed the media to get like this. It's our fault.
Question of does the court order, should have it even applied to the families to begin with? It seems quite clear that protecting families and people whose names are not in the public spotlight is something that was intentional behind the gag order when Judge Merchan put it on this case.
Well, let me get Kristen into this. Kristen, is there a recognition from the Trump team about the potential impact of his rhetoric, especially given what we heard from the judge last night?
It's all our faults, Mike. It's our faults as a whole, as people of the United States. It's all our fault, 1,000%.
No, there isn't. We haven't heard any kind of feedback on.
We allowed the government to get as big as it is. I'm not saying me and you, like in particular, but us as people, we've allowed the government to get as big as it is. We've allowed the media to have as much influence as it does on us. It's our fault. We allow it.
On that. And in fact, Donald Trump has often leaned into this attacking judges, attacking prosecutors, attacking lawyers is all part of a...
Listen, bro, you never know, man. You never know. It's 1,000% our fault, Neil, without a doubt.
Larger strategy.
There's so many things I could go through on this channel. I just can't because I know I'd get banned on YouTube instantly. But there's all kinds of crazy shit. Once China GDP gets larger, Yeah, I mean, if you live in the United States, Neil, it's we're all to blame. Me too. I don't support any of it, but I'm to blame as well. Yeah. Plus, what, let's look into that a little bit here in a second, guys. Let's look at It's all good, Neil. I forgive you, bro. Me and Mike, we forgive you. All right, Mike, will you forgive Neil? It's all his fault. Let's look into that a little bit. I want to know what's going on with China and Taiwan. All right, we'll just, so I want to make sure. Okay, so let's see. No, I've been going down these rabbit holes. You just take me down different ones. I could take you down some crazy ones, bro. Neil, just this one. Yes, we forgive you, Neil. So I don't know. Can I watch this page?
Why did we get?
Shush. Everybody, how you guys all doing today? I appreciate you stopping by. Yes, bro. Diversity. Okay, so is this it? Okay. I'm gonna leave this small because I don't know if I can watch the I think it's just a news page. So hold on, let's restart that. I'm sorry, guys. Let's restart it. So what did that say? Taiwan deploys U.S.-made Patriot systems in latest military drills. Are we funding Taiwan too? Mike, did we start funding Taiwan? Boredom's old job. You can have my old job. They're not even open anymore. Okay, so Tapia shows show of power in face of World War III. I don't even think we're gonna have to worry about a civil war, Mike. We're on the brink of World War III, so if we have a civil war during a world war, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So are we funding them right now, though, Mike? That was what I was wondering. I haven't looked into Taiwan. I know that China just started to say that they were getting ready to invade. So hold on, guys. I'm sorry to keep doing it. So what are we looking at right now? China, Russia. Who else did they just teamed up with somebody else too? Came out and said we haven't given Israel anything. And, oh my God, they just like lied to us, bro. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna look into this a little bit now. Let's see. I don't know. Google will tell me how much money has the United States sent to Ukraine. Right? How much aid has U.S. sent to Ukraine? Can we I just want a number. Can't I just have a number? I don't want to have to look in this shit. How much money has the U.S. sent to Israel? The Joe Biden administration has directly sent 75. Think about this, right? This is just to Israel, right? The Joe Biden administration and the U.S. Congress have directed about $75 billion in assistance to Ukraine. Isn't it more than that, or did they block it? I remember they were going to send more, but I bet they blocked it. Okay, so we're at $75 billion with Ukraine. How much money has the United States sent to Israel? Okay. Israel, blah, 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 blah. Israel has been largely cumulative, founding the receiving. All right. Israel is the largest cumulative recipient of U.S. aid. 300 billion. No, I want to know how much we've given them for the war. Did we give them $3.3 billion a year? For what? What are we giving them money for? We give them $3.3 billion a year while people over here are suffering, bro. It's crazy. You're right. What? We've been giving them money since last year? $300, what? Look at this, bro. Listen to this, right? Listen to this. Listen to this wording that CNN does. Weapon aid package worth up to $345 million. Last week, the United States also approved a possible $500 million. What are we fucking playing Texas Hold'em? Do I have a possible straight? What the fuck is this shit, dude? This is pathetic. Our fucking government is pathetic, bro. They need to cut this government down. Dude, look at how much money that is, bro. We've been giving Israel $3.3 billion a year. Dude, why? For what? What? I don't get it. What is the purpose? Dude, this is crazy to me, you guys. I do too. I'm going to just type it in.
Look who's here, BlackRock's Larry Fink.
Why would they interview this dude? I would be calling him a snake and a worthless scumbag.
Live in studio, we're talking market bubbles. Where does he see them? How he's guiding his team to invest around them. We will talk infrastructure investing in the wake of that Baltimore Bridge disaster and tragedy. And
I'm telling you, let me have a talk with one of these people.
Probably one of the most important and urgent issues for our audience, smarter ways to save for retirement. But how to start right now. All right, first, let's get to the markets really quickly. We do have green on the screen here for all four majors. We've got the Dow point gain looking pretty healthy, 295 points to the upside. So the Russell is the biggest percentage gainer. It's up about 1.5%. NASDAQ, it's wiggling a bit. It's up 7 points. The recent rock star Nvidia, though, maybe that's the problem. It's all the way at the bottom of the NASDAQ 100. S&P, as you see right there, up about 18 points. Speaking of which, we are coming up on the end of the month and the end of yet another winning quarter. The broader index is on pace for its fifth winning month, and flip it over quarter to date, the S&P has put in an absolutely gorgeous gain of 9.5%. Now, if you
That's crazy.
stretch that out over the past year, the 31% run-up either looks fabulous or worrisome. What does the world's largest asset manager think right now? With $10 trillion in assets under management, BlackRock.
So sad. This dude is pathetic, bro.
BlackRock Chairman and CEO Larry Fink is here, and we're also joined by Charlie Gasparino. Charlie.
All right.
Now, before we get into sort of macro stuff and that amazing letter that you put out, which I really enjoyed, and infrastructure actually plays in that letter, so we should talk about that a little bit. I noticed that Donald Trump once said, my money manager, Larry.
See, this is why I don't have any respect for Fox, honestly, bro. They know what BlackRock does to our country. I don't care if this dude's a trillionaire. I don't care how much money he has. I don't care if this is Fox business. This guy is not worthy of being interviewed by these people unless he's being grilled on what he's doing to our country. This is pathetic that Fox is even willing to interview this guy, to be honest. I'm going to write that.
Larry Fink made me a lot of money.
Yes.
Did very good.
Israel is strategically placed for U.S. military. Yeah.
You were in the White House with him.
So
He
crazy,
had a lot of
bro.
good things to say about you because he had his money with BlackRock. If you were his real money manager now, he's sitting
I wouldn't
on
doubt it,
paper
Mike, at all.
worth $5 billion. You know he's
No, we're
cash
gonna dislike
poor.
this video.
What would you tell him to do? This is DJT, the new stock, as you know. Everybody's talking about it.
The stock has had an amazing run. And I think in a SPAC, the Trump organization needs to hold their shares for either 1 or 2 years.
No, the board can tell him to sell now. They can give, and by the way, the board is not exactly the BlackRock board. It's his son and his buddies,
But I believe there's some covenants when they go public. I don't know it, but most SPACs have covenants.
Well, if there wasn't a covenant, would you tell him to sell right now?
I don't know enough about the company, so I'm not going to. I would recommend him not asking me that question.
So you would give him no
Yeah,
advice?
Dwayne, how you doing,
looks
bro?
high to me on
Dwayne
every
allows a
metrics.
Mountain Dew
It looks like it's a very
Hurricane
high stock price. But look at it. There's a lot of momentum going
I
on
love
there.
the name, bro. I love the name.
Time will tell. But by every metrics, it's very, it doesn't make any money. By every metrics, it's a very expensive stock.
You don't expect a call from him, right?
I would take his call and I would give him advice if he asked. But that advice would be private, Charlie.
Okay, thank you.
Larry, forget about some of the IPOs lately, DJT and Reddit, and how they've spiked. The S&P, we just showed it. To some, it looks very much like a bubble, and it has the characteristics of a bubble. Not just the S&P, but this
chick's that worthless hag.
This entire market. It's getting frothy. It's got what many would say is a compelling story. That would be AI. What kind of meetings are you having at BlackRock about how to invest around what could be a bubble bursting?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's a bubble. I think we're seeing more validation with stock prices. We're seeing earnings momentum in a lot of companies. Even today, you cited the Russell. So the Russell 5000 is when that goes up.
What do you mean by that, Dwayne?
At more, that's starting to tell you there's more breadth in the marketplace. Historically, we looked at so much of the gains in 7 stocks, but actually the breadth of the market is expanding. To me, that gives me a good sign. When I talk to CEOs and businesses, probably 80% of the companies.
I hate when people like talk in code instead of just like saying things.
Companies that I'm talking
Cool,
to.
though. How's your night going, Dwayne? Appreciate you stopping by.
Are seeing upward momentum.
in earnings and stuff like that.
Earnings, revenue growth, margins, productivity is up. Let's be clear, productivity fell during COVID when people were working from home. People are back in the office, productivity is increasing. Productivity is a good sign for expanding margins. And so, we read the newspapers, we listen to television.
Bro, doesn't this dude like support the whole Democratic Party?
Television, it's full of negativity. Right. And at the same time, we're having record stock levels.
I love when it goes up too, but when all assets are going up, and I'm talking gold is at an all-time high or relatively close to it, Bitcoin, which of course you know about because of your IBIT ETF. Yes. All of these assets are just spiking no matter what the news is.
I think there's a strong reason for the United States to have more momentum than any place in the world right now. The innovation.
Bro, you're ruining our country.
In technology, the innovation in energy stocks in terms of oil discovery and extraction. Mm-hmm. So there are many reasons why we're seeing, greater productivity, and there's really great opportunities. But, my letter talked about retirement. Okay, right. Retirement is not something about whether the market's up or down in any one quarter. Yeah. Okay, we can't be confused about one stock or a market over a quarter. This is a long horizon, and I said this is a crisis in the world today, and it's a crisis because we're spending so much time today talking about the miracles of medicine. There's not a day that you don't read or hear about the new wonders of some of these weight loss drugs and what they do in terms of eliminating, much of the kidney disease and liver disease and heart disease and joint diseases.
So you like Ozempic, huh? You're not on it. You lost a few pounds.
I'm not on it, no, Charlie. But but I know many people who are.
Headline: Larry Fink.
I'm not on Ozempic. But let's be clear. It is extending life.
Weird, bro.
And something.
These people are so cringe.
That I'm also aware of some of the new therapies for dementia, how it's extending the period of time when it really gets advanced.
We have friends that are living longer.
We're spending. We're going to be living longer.
Larry, what I love about you is you do take that long-term view.
Always.
You always have.
Always.
Your letters are must-reads because of that. But we do live in a short-term.
We do, and more than ever.
More than ever. Okay.
We did a little bit of look at that, right? I like watching how CNN depicts Trump. Especially her. She loves Trump.
The New York judge in Donald Trump's upcoming hush money trial has made it crystal clear this week that he is not in the mood for any games from the former president or his legal team, banning Trump from attacking prosecutors, witnesses, and jurors. So Trump has found someone new to attack. Judge Juan Merchan's daughter. In a new post tonight, he calls her out by name. Trump goes after her as a, quote, rabid Trump hater because she's done work for Democratic campaigns in the past. He didn't stop there. He also accused her of posting a picture of him behind bars, which Trump says, quote, makes it completely impossible for me to get a fair trial. I should note, however, that that is apparently not true. And the New York State court system says that long ago did Judge Merchan's daughter abandon that Twitter account and that it's also not linked to her email.
Okay.
Even so, she's a private citizen. She's not party to this case. I should note that the gag order that the judge did put in place.
It doesn't matter, though. It shows bipartisan.
Earlier this week doesn't apply to himself nor to his family. Tonight, I want to bring in senior U.S. District Judge Reggie Walton, who was nominated for judgeships by both Presidents Bush 41 and 43. And it's great to have you here, Judge, tonight. And I just want to say thank you for joining us. And I think to a lot of people, the dangers of attacking a judge and his family and their family is clear. I wonder how you would respond to something like this.
Well, it's very disconcerting to have someone making comments.
I bet you they just found a judge. Okay, let's just ask him. Oh, yeah, he's good.
It's about a judge, and it's particularly problematic when those comments are in the form of a threat, especially if they're directed at one's family. I mean, we do these jobs because we're committed
I didn't maybe I think I got my truth link to here. Let's
to the rule of law, and we
let's go look
believe
and
in
see
the
what
rule
he
of law,
said.
and the rule of law can only function effectively when we have judges who are prepared to carry out their duties without the threat of potential physical harm.
And you know personally, I mean, what this is like. Someone threatened your daughter once as well.
Yes, threatened me one day.
What did he threaten her with, though? I didn't see what he threatened her with.
And then the next day called and made a threat against my daughter, and also had indicated my address. So they obviously had done some research to find out that I had a daughter and what her name was, and also where I live.
I mean, what's that even? That must be terrifying.
People talk shit about Trump's kids all day long, even his youngest kid.
Well, it is, but you kind of have to appreciate that you can't let that impact on how you live your life and how you treat litigants who are before you, because even though threats may be made against you and against your family, you still have an obligation to ensure that everybody who comes into your courtroom is treated fairly, regardless of who they are or what they've done.
Here's my thing to what they're saying, right? So they're saying that, oh, well, she's like, hey, well, she's a private citizen, so she has nothing to do with the case. Well, then, in Trump's defense too, she's a private citizen. She has nothing to do with the case. So whatever he says about her, he should just be allowed to say.
But nonetheless, it is very troubling, because I think it is an attack on the rule of law when judges are threatened, and particularly when their family
Where was
is
the
threatened.
threat?
And it's something that's wrong and should not happen.
I didn't see.
Given that, I mean, and you said it shouldn't impact your work, but it's got to be something that's always kind of in the back of your mind when you're going to work, when you're leaving, to have those kinds of threats hanging out there.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's a reality that it's not inconceivable that something could happen. We always have to hope that it doesn't occur. But, you know, several years ago, one of my colleagues up in New Jersey, her husband was seriously injured, and sadly, her son was killed.
But was it for somebody threatening her, or was it something else? That's what they're just saying, that like you're supposed to know what they're talking about automatically. What was the reasoning behind it? Was her son fighting somebody and he ended up getting killed on accident? You know, did somebody shoot him? Did it have something to do with her being a judge?
And we had a judge out in Chicago who someone came after her, and fortunately she was not there, but her family members were, and several of them lost their lives. So it's a reality that we live with, but you try not to let it in.
So he was more clear about that one, but that first one, he didn't say whether they were involved or
impact on your day-to-day life.
They were with you when
I don't expect you to get political here, obviously, but do you think that's something that Donald Trump considers when he posts something like this?
He has a mouth like a joker. She has a joker smile, like a permanent joker smile.
I can't get into someone's mind to say whether they appreciate the impact that they're doing, but I would think that any reasonable thinking person would appreciate that when they say things, it can sometimes resonate with others. And I think that's particularly true when you have somebody who has status in our society and they make certain statements. It can cause people to act on those statements, even if they don't necessarily intend for someone to do so. So I think it's very important that people in positions of authority be very circumspect in reference to the things that they say, so that they're not causing others to act on what they say and maybe cause injury or death to someone as a result of that.
What do you make of how the judge here, Judge Juan Merchan, didn't include himself or his family in the gag order?
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to...
I understand why he wouldn't do that. I mean, again, I think we cannot make ourselves a part of the case. I mean, obviously we are a part of the case because we're presiding over the proceeding, but we can't make the case in the issue about us. And that can be very difficult, but it comes with the territory. I mean, first and foremost.
Yeah, right. But basically what he's saying is he's going to be bipartisan about it if he has a chance to be.
When we take the oath of office, we have an obligation to make sure that all parties who enter our courtroom receive a fair adjudication, regardless of who they are, what their politics are or what they've alleged to have done.
Then why does the Supreme Court keep having to step in and override you guys? I don't get it.
And therefore, I think it's crucial that judges not make themselves a part of the issue. So I think the judge did the right thing by not including himself in the gag order.
You're someone who has always been really straightforward in your assessment of the former president. You know, if you read your comments when you're sentencing people, when you're in these cases, you once referred to him as a charlatan at the sentencing of a January 6th defendant. I know you've gotten a lot of those cases before you. You've said that you don't think he cares about democracy, only power, that you once seemed to suggest you weren't sure he'd accept defeat if he lost in this election. Do you still feel that way tonight?
I'd rather not comment on that. I mean, I've made those, the comments I've made in the context of the sentencings I impose, because I'm hoping that what I say to the individuals who I'm sentencing will resonate with them and cause them to rethink the activity that they engaged in that brought them.
These people talk too much and they say a bunch of nothing. I don't get it. Like,
before the court, and hopefully deter them from engaging in further conduct of that nature in the future.
Have you been?
Isn't that the concept of court?
On the receiving end of more threats since you've had the January 6th defendants in your court?
Yes, I've had more threats than what used to be the case. Yes, I have received a greater number of threats as a result of that incident, and the fact that cases arising out of that incident have appeared before me. I mean, it was rare. I've been a judge for over 40 years, and this is a new phenomenon. I'm not saying that it didn't happen before, but it was very rare that I would ever receive any type of a threat, regardless of what type of cases I was handling.
I mean, I still don't see where the threat was. Did Trump threaten to harm her? What is the threat? I'm confused.
And unfortunately, that is no longer the.
Like, I feel like when they showed the tweets or whatever, the truth, retruths, they would have showed highlighted the threats. I didn't see any threats.
Case. I know the Marshal Service has seen a significant increase in the number of threats against judges. And
how many times are they going to say threat? There was no threat.
I think obviously that's very, very, very concerning.
You know, it's rare that we get to hear from a sitting federal judge, but obviously this is a gravely important issue. I wonder what made you speak out tonight and speak publicly.
Because you guys reached out to him.
Well, I am concerned because, like I say, we have had judges who've lost their lives, or family members have lost their lives as a result of individuals who.
Bro, what do they think? Trump's going to go and attack these judges personally? What are they?
Have been litigants in their courtroom, and I think it's important in order to preserve our democracy that we maintain the rule of law. And the rule of law can only be maintained if we have independent judicial officers who are able to do their job and ensure that the laws are in fact enforced, and that the laws are applied equally to everybody who appears in our courthouse. And I think it's important that as judges we speak out and say things in reference to things that conceivably are going to impact on the process, because if we don't have a viable court system that's able to function efficiently, then we have tyranny. And I don't think that would be good for the future of our country and the future of democracy in our country.
Be quiet, bro. I swear they use this word threat a million times. Let me see if my Truth Social is connected to here. It is. Okay. That man Zuckerbucks. What day did he do this on? Where Fox News and Newsmax touch? I don't like Fox News or Newsmax. It's hard to watch any of them. That's a good one. I just want to see what he said. Oh, man, it looks like it's going to be hard to find. That's a good one. That's a funny one. Huh. It's hard to find. Yeah, without a doubt. Dwayne, you're really weird, but I love you, brother, and I wish you well. I get it that, like, people, that cop got killed. I just don't want to see that right now. See what MSDNC has to say. What does this mean? Huh?
Congress and the president.
Yo, what's up, Pedro? How you doing, bro? Yeah, Jesus Christ, and then hey, we'll see in due time, right?
Disgraced, and as an American,
We'll
I'm
see what happens in
embarrassed.
due time.
You know, I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I voted for him in this past election in November. Today, I'm sorry I did that.
So that man's name is Nelson Peltz.
Today, I'm sorry I did that.
He was mad. He seemed sad. And he was, in his own words, sorry that he did that. And that was voting for Donald Trump, because after January 6th, sorry was what he thought to say. Now, here's why he matters. He's a Republican mega donor. He's got a lot of money. But he wasn't the only billionaire who felt that way. Sorry,
people are delusional.
Sad, mad, and voiced his outrage with what Trump did on January 6th. Such immediate regret in the aftermath of the deadly attack on the United States Capitol. In fact, the sentiments were common among what I would imagine to be someone like that's wealthy peer group, their yacht or wherever they hang out. But the passage of time has shown that even people like that don't have financial concerns, that their disgust and what sounded like real anguish wasn't going to last, right? He remained sorry about what he did, because the Washington Post points out today that earlier.
Sorry about what?
This month, according to people with knowledge.
The dude was a chump for saying sorry in the first place. Well, I apologize for who you voted for. I voted for Obama the first time. I'm not sorry about it. It is what it is. I did what I wanted to do.
Of that man.
I realized I made a mistake 6 months later, and I corrected my mistake.
Nelson Peltz. He had breakfast with Donald Trump in Palm Beach alongside a bunch of other billionaires. And the man you just heard describe his personal embarrassment and remorse for voting for Trump in 2020 after January 6th happens told the Financial Times that he is probably going to vote for Trump again in 24.
Rightfully so.
But he's not alone. It's not just about him. Quote, after January 6th, billionaire developer Robert Bigelow said Trump had, quote, lost me as a supporter. He showed that in that particular hour, he was no commander.
But that's because the media lied about everything he said and hyped up everything. He didn't invoke any there was no insurrection because nobody was charged with an insurrection, first of all. Second of all, he literally told people to peacefully make your voices heard and told people to peacefully go home. So weird.
End quote. Well, that guy, Bigelow, has now pledged $20 million to a pro-Trump campaign group. And even more than that, he's funding his legal...
Let's mute it for a second.
Defense fund, according to Reuters. His firm did not respond to a request for comment on either of that. Now, while for many of these really, really, really wealthy people, the decision might come down to what they see as best for their massive bank accounts, right, and their holdings. Maybe they're worried about what President Joe Biden's tax policies mean for their businesses?
Yeah, you think? Because they're like making money?
But what they clearly fail to realize is this. If and when Donald Trump models a second term after the guys he really, really loves and talks about really, really loving, people like Viktor Orban and Vladimir Putin, dictators and despots, as he's made abundantly clear he will do, what then? What if their
People are a bunch of fearmongers. That's what they are.
grandkids or their kids tweet something mean about Trump? And I think we
My
already
dog.
know just how very lethal autocracy is for capitalism.
You're
Joining this
stupid.
conversation, Professor of Sociology and International Affairs at Princeton University, Kim Shapley. I botched that. Kim Shapley is here. Her research
Amazing.
examines the rise and fall of constitutional government. Also joining us, Professor of Philosophy at Yale University, author of 6 different books, including How Fascism Works, The Politics of Us and Them.
How dare any one of these liberals dare to say anyone's a fascist?
Jason Stanley.
It's not even a real thing anyway, but
And with me
for what they try to say it is, yeah, okay, they are what they say they hate.
at the table, Daniela Ballou-Aries, founder and CEO of the Leadership Now Project, a national membership organization of business and thought leaders who are committed to fixing American democracy. We'll start with the bright spot. How do you bring them in and make them want to protect our democracy?
Thanks, Nicole. You know, I think we shouldn't see business as a monolith. There are many business leaders who are concerned with what's happening. Of course, there's some visible ones that you just talked about who are willing to trade off democracy for whatever their interest of the moment is. But
Just so everybody's clear, we're not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic.
what we really see is that there are quite a few business leaders who see the risks for their family and for their business of an autocratic direction for this country. So it is not hard, actually, for us to find business leaders who are concerned. I think the important thing is then what do they do that really can have an impact? And where we've seen a lot of that is in critical states like Wisconsin, states like Ohio, where business leaders are seeing day to day the impact of sliding democracy.
Do any of them fail to see the threat, or is it just a calculation of whether or not they want to be out there?
I think it's not just a calculation if they want to be out there, though that is part of it. I think the threat is clear. I think many business leaders see that
They see that Joe Biden and his policies do not work for the betterment of this country. We're sending all this foreign aid everywhere. We're taxing all these people, and it's all this money's getting funneled back into the pockets of the politicians. Allegedly, this is my theory. It's just a theory. Not saying it's true, but yeah, it's just crazy, bro. Like, and then they use words like this, like after being embarrassed by January 6th, because they probably saw the videos and seen that January 6th wasn't what they said it was, which the media hyped it up like it was way bigger of a thing than it actually was.
there is a threat. I think it's a calculation of how big a threat is it. Is it a threat that will be not as significant as a bit of chaos on the Hill, right? So some underestimate the threat. And then many are not sure if the population, if the polling is showing that Trump is popular, are they going to really have an impact by coming out? So I think part of what we've done is really create those pathways of here's the most important places you can engage.
And what are those?
Well, there's a very basic thing going on right now. I mean, that started in the lead up to the last election, which is undermining faith in elections. That is.
No. Like, we've seen it. We watched what happened firsthand. Nobody has to undermine anything. This is what they do. They try to use words to play into people's emotions.
It's consistent. It is completely un-American. And the vast majority of business leaders believe we should have faith in elections, polling would suggest. So we've done efforts to support poll workers, election officials, do amicus briefs.
Yeah, but why do you guys still allow mail-in ballots, which is the easiest way to rig an election? I just don't get it. If you guys are really say you're about election integrity and blah, 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 and you guys do everything you can, then you guys need to stop mail-in ballots. If people can't make it to the poll to vote, they don't make it to the poll to vote. It is what it is.
briefs when election administrators are being threatened in a state like Wisconsin, and really publicly support the importance of faith in elections and participation. In Arizona, 80% of election workers have quit, which is unbelievable. I mean, they were being threatened in their homes. They're having to hide. So I think locally, the business leaders we work with there see that and are ready to come out. Others have been willing to more directly endorse Biden or come out against Trump. You saw Mark Cuban come out recently, et cetera. So I think we will see more of that.
Mark Cuban's a liberal chump. He wants... Yeah.
But at a minimum, we see the opportunity for business.
No one listens to Mark Cuban about anything. That dude's a woman.
Business leaders to restore faith in elections.
Kim, is it your sense that business leaders are at least peeking at or trying to understand what happened in Hungary when Orban ascended, what he did to industry, or looking at Russia? Or what is your sense of the current state of thinking among most business leaders?
Well, I don't think many business leaders have realized that this is not just business as usual with a slightly more chaotic candidate in the mix. When you look at what happened in Hungary, I think this is the kind of...
See, they try and use all these words to play into people's emotions, like all this. Come on, man. Why can't they just talk and just have normal conversations?
Just learn.
That's why it's hard to watch Fox News, too.
Viktor Orban came in, and he, like Donald Trump, is a very transactional guy. So the question isn't whether you support him today. The question is, what does he need from you and what can he get? So when Viktor Orban came to power, he started nationalizing sectors of the economy. And he did that, even though he's allegedly on the right. That's not the kind of thing that a right-wing populist typically does. But he did things like, for the companies that were providing natural gas deliveries to private homes, the government negotiated a price for the import of natural gas from Russia, and then they set a price for what it was that the distributors could charge to customers. And they set that up so that every single, cubic foot of gas that was pumped lost money for the companies, and they drove them out of business. They drove them out of Hungary. So one of the things you have to realize is that when these guys come into power, if they decide they either want to take over your business or they decide that they want to get back at you for something that you've done, they control a lot of levers. They control regulatory levers. They may control the courts, and the courts can then rule it.
And you guys try to control people's minds through their feelings and emotions. So I don't get it. Do you guys recognize the control? That's why you could point it out. Is that what you're saying?
Against you if you decide you want to sue them for something. So once you get an autocrat in power controlling all these levers, then it really isn't just a matter, as I think American business leaders are used to, of buying access, of, cozying up, and then you get something in exchange. No, these leaders are not playing by those kinds of rules, and they're determined to stay in power forever, and they may need to
you guys, I bought a camera and a ring light yesterday. Let me show you guys the camera I bought. This one right here. Or no, wait, hold on. Cameras. Yep, right here. This is it. It just came out yesterday, and DG sent it to me. It's supposed to be there. Like, I'll show you guys this video I watched yesterday about it. It's pretty cool. I think this was the one I watched. You want to get away from what, Neil? I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, sorry. I thought that was it. Wow, they put 215. You know what? I'm gonna like this too because he sent it. Because what are you trying to get away from, Neil? I just want to show you guys the difference. So look at. He did a thing where he showed the difference between all the cameras.
It's the least expensive. You'll have 1 minute. Show the cameras, put some numbers on the screen. Let's get started. I don't know which one to look at. That's kind of driving me nuts. This video.
Which one do you guys think looks the best out of these 4 pictures? Like clear wise, color-wise, you know, everything. Which one do you guys think looks the best? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you want to get away from though? Aliens. Ah, gotcha. Get away from them, bro. So which one do you guys think looks best? So
Video sponsor, you guys know them well. It's Sizzle.gg. And at the end of this sponsor segment, there's a $25 giveaway. So make sure you hang out for that. Sizzle.gg is a website that automatically for free. It even works with just chatting now using their universal AI technology. On Sizzle.gg, you just link your Sizzle.gg is going to be PayPaling 2 of you that sign up for a free account on their website. It's free money. So go sign up. Link is in the description. Bucks for. All right, have you guys made your guesses?
So
Dustin, Revelio. How many of you guys got it right? Let me know in the comments down below. How many of you guys were surprised? I know I was surprised. We're gonna do a handful of side-by-side comparisons with other cameras that make the new one look so
this
much
is the
better.
one that
The
I
first
got.
thing you'll notice.
So this one on the right is the one that I got right here. I got this camera.
2 on the right. And there are 3 main differences that make the new one look so much better. The first thing you'll notice is dynamic range. On the Mark,
It looks really good though. And then I bought a ring light to go with it. All right, let's get back into what we were talking about.
Destroy your business to do it. And so, you know, we've seen that kind of thing in Hungary. I am concerned that kind of thing may come here.
You know, Jason, the twist, the Trumpian twist would be, you know, Orban appears to have been a methodical autocrat, right? I mean, it took some planning to do what Kim just articulated. Trump would be an arbitrary and capricious autocrat. I mean, he's attacking a sitting judge's daughter because of the clients her digital consulting firm has. If someone retweeted a Jon Stewart clip and their father or grandfather were a titan of business, it wouldn't shield them from his rage. I mean, we know from Bill Barr and others that Trump sought to punish companies. He's talked about taking this company off the air. What is the sort of historical parallel that appropriately warns business leaders about the risks they face today?
Well, I think we have contemporary parallels. As Kim pointed out, Orban is a contemporary parallel, someone who Trump has praised to high heavens. Vladimir Putin's personalist regime in Russia, where he chooses the oligarchs, and oligarchs that cross him are imprisoned, is another good example. The current...
So he said Vladimir Putin hired people and they crossed him and they're in prison. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Moment has historical precedence. Business leaders in Germany in the early 1930s supported Hitler and the Nazis, thinking they could do certain work for them, like get rid of the labor unions or weaken their power. And they found out to their concern that there was much more facing them. Now, Project 2025 is a blueprint for the second Trump term, and its first priority for the Department of Commerce is to replace employees make all decision-making done by political appointees. Now, just imagine that. They're supposed to provide us with independent information about the economy. Instead, they'll be providing us with the kind of information used to justify whatever will increase Trump and his cronies' wealth.
Hey, everyone, MSNBC.
Wow. Pathetic. We'll see what else they have to say.
If you want to know what it looks like,
He's a bully and a thug. Why is that the label?
So we have breaking news on the story we brought you at the top of this hour. The Manhattan District Attorney is asking Judge Merchan whether the gag order imposed on Trump does apply to family members of the judge and the prosecutor. All of this in response to Trump's repeated attacks against the daughter of Judge Juan Merchan. MSNBC legal correspondent Lisa Rubin, who may have thought she was done with us, is back with us for the breaking news. Lisa.
Nicole, this is one of those situations where the filing conventions in this case really complicate our jobs as news people, because we heard first from the Trump side, but in reality, this request was initially made by the DA's team. I understand it was made yesterday morning, and that's important.
You guys, should I move my camera so, like, when the closed captions comes on, it doesn't mess you guys up? Like, should I put my camera up top, maybe? You guys think maybe up here? Or does that block people? What do you guys think?
Because it was before the most recent of Trump's posts about Juan Merchan, the judge who's overseeing the hush money case, his daughter. And what they are asking Judge Merchan to do is to clarify or confirm that his gag order, which was entered on Tuesday of this week, not only extends to his family, but also extends to family members of the district attorney himself. That's important because it's largely understood that the district attorney and the judge.
Why does she look so angry, though? That's my thing.
Are themselves not covered by this gag order. So in this request made again yesterday morning, the DA's office is not asking for an expansion of a gag order or a new gag order, but instead asking Judge Merchan to clarify or confirm that his daughter and the family members of the district attorney are themselves covered. We earlier in this hour covered that then former President Trump's lawyers have responded today saying that that's inappropriate, that other outlets have reported that they aren't covered, and they drop a footnote referencing reporting by the Associated Press and Reuters. But they say in the event that Judge Merchan is considering making his daughter subject to this gag order.
I don't get it, bro. If she's a private citizen and that's what they're going on, then it should go in both directions, right?
Full briefing is necessary because of the implications for former President Trump's First Amendment rights. And
right?
then they take a swipe at Judge Merchan's daughter, who is, as I understand it, well into her 30s, is a leader of a digital strategy firm employed both by political campaigns and nonprofits. And they say because she is engaged in providing support to the enemies of former President Trump, it is totally appropriate for him to talk about her. Certainly, we are waiting for the judge to have some word here, but this is already hotly contested between the two sides. I just want to say one thing about the judge's daughter, because Nicole, like you, I too am a parent, and I'm outraged that a defendant of any kind would go after a member of the judiciary's family member, but it's particularly.
They both look so angry about this. Like, they're like, I guarantee that both of them are just so mad that Trump's not in prison right now.
Really pernicious, whereas here the family member is a grown person in her own right. Whatever you might think about Judge Merchan's daughter, her father is no more responsible for her career choices or her clients than my father, who's a retired school principal and administrator, is for mine. And I particularly find it offensive that we're talking about a grown woman who should have agency to live her life on her own terms, but instead is being subjected to attacks by the former president of the United States using the largest megaphone in the land, second only to the incumbent president, perhaps.
Be quiet, bro. You guys just are so
Again,
scared.
over to the voters. Is this who you want? Someone who's going to threaten the safety and security of the daughter, adult daughter?
What did he say to threaten her, though? He didn't say anything.
Of someone who he's before?
Well, he's a thug. I mean, he's a bully and a thug.
Oh, really? Okay.
And you have to stand up to a bully. I mean, I am someone who actually believes that the voters are going to have the most powerful say here in November. I think that's really important to issue a vote of no confidence, no interest in Trump and Trumpism. At the same time, it's this behavior that is the exact
look at her
reason why.
Look at how big her eyes is. They are so brainwashed and delusional. They create words like Trumpism when they're the ones that have it.
I think it's so important to hold Donald Trump accountable.
For
There
what,
are some
though?
people who have said that this case in Manhattan is
You work
maybe
for the
not
New
as
York
serious
Times.
as some
You're-
others. And that's, in some ways, that might be true. In other
What?
ways, he's operating with the same kind of impunity that we have seen all along. And that is unacceptable. He cannot be above the law. You cannot have a president sitting in the Oval Office who's above the law. So he should be held accountable.
I think that when you look at the fact that the absurdity that someone would be responsible for their 30-year-old daughter and that their daughter would even be mentioned. I have two daughters in their 30s. They have nothing to do with what I do in terms of a decision. They both are activists. But I mean, it's
Did you guys just hear that? Al Sharpton is
just absurd. It shows how callous and low this man will go. There's nothing off limits to him. Not only is he a thug, he is a thug that has no boundaries. I mean,
Well, and with the
you
guilty
know,
conscience, he must think he's really screwed in this case if he's acting so crazy.
the one that is
It's funny the wording that they use for Donald Trump.
not convinced this is an insignificant case is Donald Trump, because he would not be throwing all of these accusations out if he was not convinced that this could be serious. And they can say all they want, it doesn't matter.
No, it's just like what you guys are doing and saying about him is what he said about them. So if the gag order's on Trump, then the gag order should just be on everybody. Nobody should be allowed to talk about it till it's done. Because you shouldn't be allowed to say something about somebody and they can't say anything about you.
They say all y'all need is one jury to hang it. All you need is one conviction to make him a felon. And he understands that one felony puts him out of business, not only in the White House.
Trump doesn't need a gag order. The liberal media needs a gag order.
It will impact the business that he hopes to rebuild after he finishes getting rid of all of the civil cases he had. He knows that if he sits in that courtroom and listens to people get on that stand in his face and testifies, that he's got a problem.
Hey everyone, MSNBC has a new.
Quiet. Yeah, they're a bunch of liars, a bunch of hacks. Liberal mainstream news is pathetic. That's why it's just so hard. Non-stop attacks Trump. Wow. Like, I just don't get it. Judge Letitia James trial. Like, they use these words like thug and mobster because he's from New York. It's so weird. So what is there? Is there another ABC? Let's see what they have to say about Trump.
Okay. 39 degrees tonight.
'60th year with contested campaign. They've been around for 60 years? Holy sheesh. Let's see, Fox 5 New York.
Hey.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Is this where that person got killed in the subway? Look at this.
Chipotle chicken.
Look at this. A woman randomly gets punched. Like, what is going on?
Of women getting randomly punched on the streets of New York have gone viral, leaving people across the country in shock.
All right, Fox 5's Stephanie Routini went to one of the neighborhoods where these attacks happened and asked New Yorkers if they've encountered anything like it.
It was just after 12:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday when a young woman was punched by a stranger out here in public on 6th Avenue.
What is going on with people nowadays, bro? People are wild.
Avenue near West 23rd Street. Police are looking for the man they believe is responsible as this pattern of women being punched at random is unfolding in the city.
Yo, what if somebody just came by and just clocked her really quick?
Unfortunately, that's something that you have to be
They'd be like something you see in a comedy movie.
of and aware that these things are happening.
News of what happened here is traveling fast. Police are looking for this man after they say he attacked a 24-year-old woman in broad daylight. The NYPD responded to a call at 12:43 in the afternoon on Tuesday. Police say the woman was punched in the head. The suspect took off, according to police. It happened in Flatiron on 6th Avenue near 23rd. For those who live in the area, it's concerning.
I think it's scary.
This recent incident isn't the only one people are talking about.
I feel like a lot of people are kind of concerned about it, but it happens often, I feel like, as sad as that is to say.
As we've reported, female victims have been
Dude, that's crazy. So people are running around in New York right now just punching random
taken
women?
to
Dude, that's
social
nuts.
media, specifically TikTok, sharing stories of being punched by strangers.
So I just got punched in the face.
Yo, look at this chick's eye. What is going on?
Walking home.
This young woman, Michaela Toninato, was punched in Union Square Monday afternoon at 2 p.m., according to the NYPD, and police arrested 30-year-old Malik Maya in connection to the crime.
Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk.
Influencer Haley Kate ended up with a
Bro, is that a knot on? What? What are these dudes
forehead
doing,
after
bro?
she says a man walking a dog punched her on Monday in Chelsea. 40-year-old Skaboki Stora was charged in connection to that case. This recent rash of random attacks with females specifically being hit in the face has some women looking over their shoulders more frequently.
Watch for what's happening around me.
On top of these incidents, a similar case reported in Brooklyn. A woman in her 50s said a stranger punched her and left her jaw broken. In that case, the NYPD just made an arrest. Reporting in Flatiron, I'm Stephanie Bertini, Fox 5 News.
Yo, I wish everybody would tell all of them, all of the Democrats, we don't want the people like that on our side. The dude had a Trump flag in his window, in his room. We don't want people like that on our side, bro. You don't represent us. What's wrong with these people? See that again.
40-year-old
This dude, his name is
Skaboki Stora.
Governor Skaboki. Okay, let's go look at his. I have a TikTok. Wait, I got a TikTok app.
دبلت ايامي وبعد ما بي ليل دبلت ايامي.
What was it? All right, what was his name? Governor Skaboki.
This is Kabuki. This is the man who attacked Haley. And the other girl, M, posted. This is Kabuki. This is the man who attacked Haley. And the other girl, M, posted her attacker. That was not Skabuki. We've seen Skabuki on.
Did he delete his shit or something?
A man has been arrested in one of the attacks that has
found
happened
it.
in New York City, and this is him. CD.
What's wrong with this dude? He's like stalking her.
Slow down. What you in a rush for?
What you in a rush for? Pay attention so you won't walk into people.
Can you stop?
Just slow down.
I'm going.
You almost walked through me. All right. Put the phone down so you can pay attention and not walk into nobody.
Oh, you're stalking her. What's wrong with these people? So weird.
His name is Sabuki Stora, and he has ran for mayor, governor, and city council before in the past, and of course, failed.
I feel safe right now. I went all the way on the other side.
Democrats.
He followed me and started recording me.
Democrats.
I pushed the camera out my face, and that's when he started hitting me.
You crazy.
And he hit multiple times.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody, I am fine. You're fine? I am fine.
What's this dude doing, bro?
But he is a crazy person who is still recording me. So he's trying to talk to me and act like I'm crazy.
So just talk to me normal. Talk to me normal.
No, I'm talking to everybody on this train to hear me. Because I'm sick of people treating me or anybody else like we're crazy when we ask for help.
Democrat voter.
Go with the other train. I did not come on this New York City train today to be attacked by crazy ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, hold on, bud. You're a Democrat voter.
Now, Sabuki is just one of possible multiple suspects, and many women are filming their attackers. So even though one person...
What is Herbert having to be a Democrat? You just punched some lady.
Take your mask off. Take light skin now. Come on. Show that pretty low.
Oh, he must have deleted his account.
Take light skin now. Come on. Show that pretty low.
So the New York City puncher has been arrested, and it's this man known as Skabuki, who is a well-known unhinged figure in New York City. He's this guy who goes around saying he's running for mayor or governor, something like that, claiming that he is the grandson of a civil rights activist when he's not.
What is wrong with this dude?
You're a playboy. Something in the supermarket.
This dude's weird as shit, bro. How come I didn't hear about this? So this is the guy? All right, so this is on News Nation. How did I not hear about this? I legit didn't hear about this. Did you guys?
City saying they were sucker punched in broad daylight. Many of them now sharing these scary stories across their social media.
These dudes are wild, brother, out here punching broads in broad daylight.
Media pages. Police arresting a man in connection with the assault. One woman. Morning in America weekend anchor Henna Doba is here with us live in Chicago this morning. So good to have you here. But I hate that we're even having to talk about this story. I mean, terrifying, and now police are trying to figure out if they're connected.
Or if they're connected, is there just one random guy punching women in New York City? But can you imagine walking down the sidewalks of New York City like millions of New Yorkers do every single day? Maybe you're looking at your phone, maybe you're not. And someone walks up to you, they sucker punch you and walk away. These so-called random punching stories are blowing up on social media, and it's that scenario that has many New York City women on high alert.
Crazy.
You guys, I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my God, it hurts so bad.
Influencer Hallie Kate's video is just one of numerous videos posted on social media platforms. Young women bearing bumps and bruises after being randomly punched by men while walking in New York City.
And I was looking at my phone and like texting, and then out of nowhere, this man just came up and hit me in the face.
Michaela, like most of these women, claims before she even realized what happened, the assailant is long gone.
He goes, sorry, and then punches me in the head.
Olivia's video and others have garnered millions of views and thousands of comments, with other women sharing similar stories and questioning if this is some kind of organized viral punching trend. Even celebrity Bethany Frankel claims to have fallen victim. We reached out to NYPD regarding the videos.
They tell us that 40-year-old Skabaki Stora, a fringe political candidate who unsuccessfully ran for New York City mayor, has been arrested and charged with assault in connection with one of the alleged attacks. While
This dude ran for mayor.
NYPD won't comment on whether or not these cases are part of a wider trend. One woman telling our Ashley Banfield she thinks there is more than one person punching women.
I've seen other videos of the people who've accused of
Legit, I wouldn't doubt it, you guys. I would not doubt that it's other people.
punching them, and they're not the same as my person. But at least I know that me and Michaela had the same attacker. I thought it was an isolated incident. I thought that I was going to be, it's like a New York crazy moment. And then after I saw all these...
And all this comes as
They just cut her off.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul recently increased the amount of law enforcement on New York City subways following a rash of violence. While these cases seem to be happening above ground, Marky, as you can imagine, it's all very unsettling.
Yeah, and you and I were just talking during your piece. They're not even robbing these women. They're just punching them and running up.
They're just running up to them, rocking them, and leaving. This is fucking hilarious and crazy.
And most of the time, these women have gotten knocked to the ground and nothing is taken from them. And by the time they get...
What that dude said, though, when he was calling her a Democratic voter, she probably was, but you're acting like one. So what's the difference?
The person's long gone.
Yeah, just horrible. All right, Henadova, thank you so much for bringing us that story.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to
Dude, that's crazy. So this dude has a page.
It's me, Governor Skaboki, Marcus Garvey great-great-grandson, Mark. I'm battling them Republicans and them
This is the dude.
Democrats, Mark. All them voters, Mark, that think they can chill and take pictures with Republicans, Mark, and then want to take pictures with Governor Skaboki, Mark. Man.
So this dude punched that chick.
Eat my ass, Mark. Yo, this whole city is corrupted, infested with systemic racism, Mark. As governor, I'm going to wipe this.
Man, so David, my brother, did you hear about these women randomly getting sucker punched in New York City right now? Right? So this dude right here, Skaboki Stora, he ran for mayor and I think they said governor of New York, if not for sure mayor of New York, right? He says he's Marcus Garvey's grandson. Highly doubt it. And he's sucker punched. Like, we'll go back to this in 1 second. Look at the knot. Where is it? Look at the knot on this chick's head, bro.
Women in New York City.
Look at her knot. Look at this. Look at this knot he put on this chick's head. And all she was doing was walking, right? They even showed the video where she was just walking. Bro, this is the dude that did it right here. This dude.
Governor Skaboki, Marcus Garvey great-great-grandson, Mark. I'm battling them Republicans and them Democrats, Mark. All them
Dude, he's acting crazy.
voters, Mark, that think they can chill and take pictures with Republicans, Mark, and then want to take pictures with Governor Skaboki, Mark. Man, eat my ass, Mark. Yo, this whole city is corrupted, infested with systemic racism, Mark.
What is going on, bro? So what? That gives you the right to just go... You feel that way, so you think you can just go punch random little white chicks? That's so...
Governor,
funny.
I'm going to wipe this state clean of systemic racism, Mark. You hanging with this guy, Andrew Giuliani, Mark. Man, that guy's a girly guy, Mark. Man, his wife is more manly than him.
This dude's got to be a character. Look at all these. Look at this dude's comments on this. You belong in jail. Now look where he's heading. What is this? How long ago was this? A year ago? Year later. Right? Look at these comments. Not only he couldn't get a mop job, but he's gonna sweep something clean. F out of here. He on crack. Hey, Toby, why'd you take my comment down? Ooh, what the fuck? Dude isn't even qualified to run a Burger King. Sabuski, your channel sucks. Dude, I would never, like, my cousin's son, they live in Buffalo, and he moved to New York City, and I was like, it's just an overpriced shithole. No, I like it. I'm like, all right, it's cool, like it all you want. Doesn't mean that it's not an overpriced shithole. Dude, look at all this shit. You belong in jail. He is Jamaican. Trump Stora in 2024. We're gonna like that one. Bro, that's funny.
Hi. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
OK， 那首先呢，有請這個退休工人委員會。
Are you a Democrat voter, man?
他們兩個
I don't give a shit about that.
Okay. They're doing their thing. I see.
Hi.
Wherever there's darkness, the
So
black
this
man
is the joke.
stands as the light of the world. The whole world will be in darkness without the black man. He's amazing. Wherever there's wherever there's darkness.
Yo, Jim Jones. I know I was gonna run into you. It's me, Skabuka. Let's take a video. Bro, you gotta ask me to take a video. Come on, baby. All right. Well, God bless you, though. No, but I'm running for governor. I was giving you some love, black man. All right. I seen you gave some free haircuts the other day. About you do your thing. I know. Keep it up. Good luck. Later. Yo, Jim Jones. I know I was gonna run into you. It's me, Skabuka. Let's take a video. Bro, you gotta ask me to take a video. Come on, baby. All right. Well, God bless you, though. No, but I'm running for governor. I was giving you some love, black man. All right. I seen you gave some free haircuts the other day. About you do your thing. I know. Keep it up.
It's great.
Listen, man. Get your little doofy fucking ass out my face, my man. So I'm Marcus Garvey grandson, man. I'm not paying
He's pissed.
nothing, nigga. I paid you already, faggot.
Okay, show me. Show me your receipt.
My man, take my food, man.
Show me your receipt.
Y'all white people keep playing with us blacks, man.
Let's talk about white.
All right, nigga. Play with me, boy. Play with me, boy. Listen, man. Get your little doofy fucking ass out my face, my man.
So
I'm Marcus Garvey grandson, man. I'm not paying nothing, nigga. I paid you already, faggot.
Okay, show me. Show me.
This dude's angry, bro. Wow.
And my maternal ancestry is from Georgia. It didn't make a difference if Warnock won. It didn't make a difference if Herschel Walker won.
He sounds like something, bro.
This not on your lip. Your lip. You don't see it?
What are you doing?
I'm Skabuki, Marcus Garvey grandson. I'm sorry.
That's not a reason to just ran away. This dude's a goof.
But I won't wait no lip. This on the attitude is what They call me since a kid. Now I'm super rich. And I ain't average rich, but super rich.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Ari Kagan. I've lived here for 2 years.
What color is the symbol for the Q train?
Yellow.
What street is the Apollo Theater on?
You having a contest?
Yeah, we're just filming the show right now.
I'm running for governor.
What's your platform?
Oh, my platform is wiping this state clean of all white supremacists, black supremacists.
No supremacists at all?
No.
Love that.
Jesus is my daddy, and right now we are being taken over by some evil politicians. They need to be held accountable.
Well, bro, you're not acting godly with the things that you do.
Governor Skabuki will hold them accountable.
Real quick, we're doing a game show right now, and Ari is stuck on the $20 question.
Yeah.
Or actually,
The $5
it's the $5 question. And the question is, what street is the Apollo Theater located on?
125th.
Ari?
I'll take that, 125th.
That's correct.
And I'm dumb and black, running for governor. What?
Thank you, Skabuki.
You're gonna be rich one day. You're gonna be rich one day. You came to New York for this. You're gonna be rich one day. And this is what you came to New York for. Wow, amazing. Amazing. You don't make this up, man. I can't make this up.
Yeah. How long ago was this? That was a year ago.
You're gonna be rich one day.
This dude's clearly a psychopath.
45 fucking minutes, bro. 45 fucking minutes, bro. 45 fucking minutes. You sent the black guy all the way down there, and they right here, dogs. They right here, dogs. I'm running for governor, dogs. I'm not putting up with this bullshit.
This dude is clearly
They right
delusional.
here, son. You sent me all the way down there, 45 blocks, boy, and they not there, son. Now come with y'all racist bullshit, man. Bro, I don't give a fuck what you is, man. You not black, bro. You not black. Now you gonna say you black? Now you gonna say you black, right? You the white man got all.
Yes.
This problem with you, right?
The bald
You
black
say
dude,
you
the
just
dark
like
black
us,
dude.
right? Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. I'm running for governor, bitch. 40.
You don't talk to this dude right here. This is
Wherever there's darkness, the black man stands. That's the light.
I don't get it. That's not godly. That's not. If that's what black man represents, they're in trouble. If this guy is what the black man represents, running around punching people randomly in the head at 40 years old.
Look at this man touching me. Look at him touching me, y'all.
You're worried about him touching you, but you punched a chick in her head.
Look at his hands. Look where his hands at. Keep moving.
Bro, you punch. I get what you're saying, but you punched a chick in her head.
Don't push me. I'm telling you, don't push me. I'm telling you, don't push me, boy. Look where his hands at, cameras. Look where his hands at. No, I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
I need to keep moving. Let's just make
Okay.
Come on.
Look what he doing.
Come on, bro. We ain't gonna push you. Just come on.
I know he ain't gonna push me.
Come on, bro. Come on.
He pushed me, I'm falling.
No, bro. Come on.
That man pushed me, I'm falling.
Bro.
Camera right there. Okay.
Bro.
The only way I'm falling if you push me.
My brother.
The only way I'm
Some
falling.
of them, yeah. Well, we'll check them out here in a second.
I am balanced.
So, Will, I don't know if you've been, how long you've been here. So this dude right here, his name's Skabuki Stora. I guess he ran for governor in 2022. He ran for mayor in the most recent election. Obviously, he's not going to win. The dude's a complete psychopath. He's been, I don't know how many, I know he punched at least one chick in the head. Left a huge golf ball not on her head. Right? And he has the audacity to say something about this dude touching him.
Systemic racism. This black boy think he gonna put his hands on me.
Oh, you've seen it before? I've never seen it.
Think he gonna put his hands on me. Walk with me, bro. Basically. Love y'all kids. Governor, look at this man.
Crazy. Let's see a little bit more about him.
Yes, sir. I'm Skabuki. I'm running for governor. Do you know that they can't put signs? They have to be 100 feet away from the voting signs. Why is they being allowed to come right here and post their pictures, their white candidates, right there intimidating the voters? Why is
What does white have anything to do with
they
it?
being allowed to do that? You know that's against the law, right?
Would you like to speak to the coordinator, sir?
No, I'm actually, do you know that that's against the law, sir?
I am aware of that.
Okay, great. Yes, sir.
Go talk to the coordinators then.
Saying that you probably never had a real man told you they love you. I just told you I'm Governor Skabuki and I love you. Overtime hours won't be taxed.
Let me write this down.
Write it down, take it down, take it down.
Oh my God.
Overtime hours, Governor.
He loves me.
Yes.
Exclamation.
The same way your daddy love you.
Oh, well, you know my daddy too?
I know I got the same love he got for you. You know your daddy love you more than your mommy.
Yeah.
Don't lie now.
Not giving airplay, I'm exposing that. How dumb he is.
For the right mayor who understands the people's issues in New York City.
But it's about, you got to expose these things. Show the people how dumb they sound.
Running for New York City mayor. Got gunned down in a homeless shelter. Now I'm running for mayor. This whole city's corrupted.
We want Bill. We want Bill.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm the right mayor.
Thank you.
I'm
I got you, bro.
independent. It's on my time. This whole city's corrupted. Nobody knows about homelessness than me. I got 3 bullets for
Let's
me.
talk about it, bro.
Gunned down in a
Remember, you're supposed to
homeless
look, watch, I
shelter.
got
Let
this.
them know about
Bro.
homelessness.
This dude's a psychopath, boy. Wow. Oh, yeah, something called the white man.
The most protective antibody response.
Look at this.
So Keith must make the spike protein in the lab, locking it into exactly the same shape by
Listen.
adding another protein
What's that?
acts a bit like a clamp.
What is that protein?
And that protein is a tiny fragment of HIV.
Listen, man, y'all.
For Christmas
Listen, man,
was a
anybody
local vaccine, but the University of
That's crazy. The fuck does that have to do with white people, though? So funny, bro. What, Kathy Griffin? Let's see. I seen this, so I did see that.
But I've been diagnosed with complex PTSD, and
Yeah, bro, he's crazy.
they call it an extreme case. If any of you know my story,
That's Kathy Griffin.
you'll understand that this really started for me about 5.5 years ago. Wink.
Other way. That's it right there. Pull it up.
But I've been diagnosed.
So weird, bro. Oh, yeah, you were saying something about the Diddy stuff.
Why are you not?
35 minutes past the hour now, and we are learning more about the sex trafficking raids on mansions belonging to Sean Diddy Combs. LA Times reports that agents seized hard drives and electronics. And what else? Derek Parker is a retired NYPD detective. He worked in the department's rap intelligence unit. Nice to see you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So the reason why we know about this is because at least 4 civil suits have been filed against him. And in those suits...
Yo, Will, are you still in here? Bro, Will, you still here? David, are you still here? Who's still here with me? Let me know. I just want to show you guys something. Yo, look at this, David. Check this out. I just got this notification. Sorry, you couldn't see that. I'm showing you now. Just got it. Just got notified.
What were the allegations they were making?
Sex trafficking, gun possession, and narcotics.
Okay, and so the police made a move this week. And if you look at some of these aerials, Derek, they went in with a ton of firepower. Why was all that necessary?
Well, once they had information that there were probably weapons in the house and the drugs, they had to be careful. So they mounted a team of, like their SWAT team, to go in and to take care of that safely.
Here's from the LA Times saying that inside the Sean Diddy Combs raid, emptied safes, dismantled electronics, gun-toting feds. Sources said it appears investigators searching Combs' Holmby Hills home emptied safes, dismantled electronics, and left papers strewn in some rooms. Federal agents disabled his security system and seized the hard drive. That's a source according to the Times. So on the hard drive, that's where they, I assume they would have. They believed they needed it for evidence?
Well, the feds had a warrant to go in, and when they search these locations, their judge signs off on the warrant. They go in.
This shit's crazy about Diddy, bro. Hold on 1 second.
And they search everything in the house, from floors to cabinets to safes. They're all specified in the warrant.
Okay, so I mentioned the lawsuits, right? Just put those up here. This goes back to November of last year, right? Cassie, former girlfriend,
yes,
files these suits. The next month you have Jane Doe, not public, right? Says she was gang raped at age 17. Then you had a suit in February, another suit in March. If they go forward with this trial,
that's crazy. But there's
the
more.
raids happen in LA.
Listen,
and the raids happen in Miami.
Isn't there
the
more?
comes in New York.
Well, the Southern District is the one that's.
Isn't there more to it though? Right? Isn't there more right about it? Like they're saying, like more than a lot of people. Hold on, sorry guys. I'll be right back.
Probably orchestrating everything right now. So everything that's coming out of this case is going to come from New York. Even though it's in Miami, even though it's in LA or whatever it is, they're going to take over. The Southern District is going to take. They initiated the case, and they're going to take the case.
Do you have any insight into his state of mind right now?
Not really. Listen, I knew Diddy back when I arrested him for the Club New York shooting, and then the assault with Steve Stout at MTV. We know each other pretty well. I mean, professionally. But I haven't seen him in years. But right now, it's got to be bothering him. You know, I mean, he's at this height in his life where he's a billionaire almost, and he's very, very well liked by some people, not by others. But he's very famous. I know this has got to be bothering him right now. All these allegations that have come out against him, and the people that come out against him.
You followed his career then.
Because, sort of, yes.
And I mean, you guys have that relationship, right?
Yeah, I've been following him from the time when I knew him.
Been living a clean life.
It's so something like okay. I didn't get any links, Will. I didn't get anything. Will, did you see? Look, Will? I just got this though.
For the most part, I could say yes
Oh.
and maybe no. I mean, there's other people that if you ask, they're going to say no, that he's lived different lives.
I don't see him in chat either, Will. Yeah, I don't see him in chat.
I got to keep you on speed dial. 'Cause I want to find out how you get to be the hip hop cop.
Well, we had a problem back in the days with the rap music.
Derek, nice to see you.
Nice to
have you.
Thank
Thanks. You're welcome anytime.
Thanks for having me, guys.
That's crazy that rap music got so bad that they had to have hip hop police. Nuts. The feds zero in on Diddy. Okay, let's see this. This is a new one. Now it's time to get my other channels monetized.
Welcome to Jesse Waters Primetime. Tonight,
I would testify to every day if I was told to. I'm not going to sit there and wait in jail for him. Nah.
Diddy's World subpoenaed. Who is next?
Oh! We got 3 presidents in the building tonight. That sounds like a party to me.
People who are watching home on TV. Inside the Joe Biden
These people are unhinged.
fundraiser.
Don't tell my homie,
You get hard.
Billy Ray Cyrus joins Primetime.
This moment in itself is a celebration.
Plus,
They were liberals.
Fox News alert, we found Diddy, the disgraced billionaire hip-hop mogul and Democrat Party community organizer.
Bro, that's crazy. He's just chilling with his 2 daughters. Like, everything's cool. Hopefully it'll just go. Okay, here we go. Am I allowed to watch these? Oh, see, these are reaction videos. Okay. I'll check those out later. I don't want to watch, like, no reaction videos. I just want to watch stuff, you know?
Was spotted for the first time since having his homes raided in a major sex trafficking investigation, similar to Jeffrey Epstein's, they say. Diddy was seen swinging clubs at a Topgolf in Miami with his daughters.
Yeah, I'll watch them
He
later.
may look relaxed, but behind the scenes, there's
I like
panic.
watching those.
TMZ reporting tonight.
I like watching videos like that because they help give me, like, ideas on, like, how to do it. You know what I mean?
That the federal case against him is expanding as prosecutors from the Southern District of New York have been dishing out subpoenas to multiple corporations tied to the mogul.
Oh, is it?
Like
Okay.
cell phone providers and computer companies. At the same time, Diddy's been unloading his assets. The timing, not coincidental. Selling off his stake in Revolt TV and returning music rights from Bad Boy Records. TMZ reporting the Fed slapping subpoenas on Diddy's chartered jets. Now, sources say even commercial airlines will be
Hold on.
subpoenaed, possibly the FAA, as investigators look
Yeah, we'll watch that after this one.
for anyone
I'm putting it in my thing right now so it'll be in my history so I can just watch it from there.
who flew on Diddy's dime. They're not only looking for victims, they're looking for witnesses, people with unfettered access to Diddy's alleged crimes and freak-off parties. Some inside of Diddy's world have already started talking. Diddy's former bodyguard says he'll go on the stand.
I would testify to every day if I was told to. You know, if I was brought in to testify against that.
Wow, this is his ex-bodyguard? Ooh.
You understand? I'm not going to sit there and wait in jail.
I think that's what you just sent me
for
kind of
him?
well,
Nah,
right?
I wouldn't do that.
So you don't have no problem testifying?
I have no problem sitting in the court of law Doing my due diligence.
That's the full interview? Okay. Yeah, we'll just go watch that then. Good idea. History, it should be right here. So this is the full interview. Okay, so this is only 6 minutes long.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I know Mace, he spoke out about Diddy House getting raided. If you can, right, because he got the show with Cam, and a lot of people, they don't know about the history between Mace and Diddy. Let the people know how Diddy did him dirty, if you don't mind.
From what I know, I think that Diddy wasn't teaching Mace the business. You understand? He was using Mace as other artists to write rhymes on other people, write songs on other people's albums, on his album, and taking their talents and stealing their publishing on different albums and different records.
So is this like basically about his character then, I'd say, right? Mace legacy by stealing his publishing for Will Smith's Bad Boy movie. Oh, wow.
Prime example. Mace wrote that Bad Boy joint. I ain't even see him at the premiere. Because I believe Diddy owned most of the publishing on that.
That's crazy. I'll show you something about what Mace said, like 2002 about Diddy.
Ended up being a big record. Therefore, went over to movies. I think Mace was upset the fact that when he learned the business, he saw how Diddy had robbed him. He had took the glory for the albums, the music, and all the records that he had did. And he got pennies for it. You understand? 8,000 here, 10,000 there. You understand? When the record go platinum, Diddy's getting 200,000-300,000 and only gave him pennies for writing a song, getting points on publishing that he didn't even deserve. So Mace learning the business and knowing the business, it led him to be upset. Diddy was teaching him wrong, like Diddy was teaching him not to even speak to people.
I mean, I could understand that. That's, you know, if Diddy doesn't want to give his secrets to the business out, that's fine. But I guess it does kind of speak to his character because Mace was his boy. But at the end of the day, he knows more about what was going on behind the scenes than I do. So I could take what he's saying, you know, as it could be. You know, there's always, two sides to the story? Really, three sides. There's his, the others, yours, the others, and the truth. So,
people, brother, you understand what I'm saying? Nate used to come up in there, yo, what's up? How you doing? He had that Harlem smile. You know what I mean? What I mean, like he happy, he's shining, cause you know he had a lot of jewels that the other artists didn't have. He used to come up in the studios. He used to come places fly. Did he tell him, yo, you ain't gonna never be famous because you always speaking to people. Let them speak to you. I seen Mace stop speaking to people.
Yeah. Shit, Mace literally stopped rapping and switched to God.
And I told him, man, don't listen to that nigga with that old dumb shit. Be you. But he found out after Big died and Puff left his ass out in California. He knew only Puff was for self. So Mace and them didn't have what these kids have now with the internet, with the YouTubes, to learn the business themselves.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it is a lot easier nowadays to just learn things as you go. Whereas before, it's like, you know, you had to, like, if you were trying to do something like, you know, like media-wise, you had to know somebody. Nowadays, anybody can blow up on the internet if you do it right.
Or listen to somebody teaching a business and stuff to watch out for. It was word to mouth
or somebody sitting you down or you hiring a lawyer back then to teach you what you're supposed to know by representing you. So Mace has every right to be upset with Diddy because Diddy really stole his legacy in the music. See, what you got to understand this is that a lot of those kids learned the business after they signed their contracts. They learned the business after they was in the business for 3 or 4 years. So now, when they learned the business and they was doing sitting down
Tom
right
McDonald.
there, writing a whole.
I like Tom McDonald a little bit. I like some of the things he says, but then he's kind of goofy.
Record, a whole song, right? And Diddy was like, yeah. Here, take this,
I like
take
him.
this,
He's
take that.
cool, I guess.
Give him $10,000 for that one song that they wrote.
Yo, he hit him with Diddy's famous line, take that, take that, take that.
And that song goes platinum 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
And he get the 25% for being the writer on that because they wrote the song and gave it to him. And he's on as the publisher, as the writer.
Yeah, for me, this is just for me. If I were Diddy, I would give him that $10,000 up front, and then if the song popped off, he'd get more. You know what I mean? He is the new generation doing. Oh yeah, oh for sure, yeah, definitely, without a doubt. There's a couple other artists that are like that. Honestly, though, Will, back in the days, I know you don't listen to rap, but I listen to rap. You know what I mean? From like basically 90s to later 2010s. You know what I mean? I kind of stopped listening to it more so lately, but a lot more rappers than you think were independent at some point. Cameron, all of the everybody from Texas, you know what I mean? Bodyguards, roadies, assistants, always got shit to say after the fact. Because they're being paid for it, David, and people don't always align money with morals, which I think is wrong. I think it should go hand in hand. Like the saying is, not all money's good money. So some people don't align morals with currency, I guess would be the best way to say it. And that's kind of what's wrong with our society, regardless, or just in general. You know what I mean? Like, I guess morals aren't even a real thing, though, in all honesty, because it's just doing what's right. People are willing to do wrong for, to get money. I don't know. It's just weird.
He getting a
without a doubt, dude. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, dude.
Percentage of the writing that was done, and all he gave was $10,000. They learned they learned later in the business that they was do that publishing.
Right, and that's what they should have got. But that just goes to show his character. In all honesty, Mace was his boy, which is kind of shady,
He shouldn't have got the.
I feel like maybe that kind of made Mace want to turn to God, so it might be a blessing in disguise. Maybe it's actually good that Mace got away from all of this, and God saved him from this, because this could have been him going right along down with it, Biggie's the only one that died. Mace could end up falling right in line with it, not realizing it, So maybe it's good for him.
Percentage that he got on there, because he gave them $10,000, $5,000, $8,000 for writing it. So now they learned the business late. And when they
We
learned
will.
the business, they
After
seen
this
how
one. I got it in my
wrong that
history,
he
so
was
we can go
doing
right
it.
to it.
Even though the music people want you to say, well, we're taking a chance, we're taking a thing. Yo, listen to me, man. You wouldn't be there if you think that you wasn't talented and they could sell records off you and using your talents.
Crazy. It's true. I mean, that just goes with the business, right? So let's see.
But I've been diagnosed with complex PTSD.
Yeah, you're a psychopath. That's why.
Northeast Ohio.
All right, let's read it. Go. I just don't want to put no commercials.
Even memes, especially when said meme is backed by the experiences of several celebrities.
Because there's a handful of us that get to look behind the curtain. You know, there's a curtain, there's another room, and there's a curtain, and in that room is some shit. You're like, God damn, I didn't know y'all was back here.
Gets a
It's crazy because they literally tell us these things, and like some people just like laugh and chuckle at it like it's funny. Like, bro,
tad
this
bit
shit's
more
serious.
sinister when you find out Kevin's claims only scratch the surface of how bad the things in these secret rooms are.
He get they this they this videotape it. Then when he in the meeting, they track, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
He was.
Bro, that is crazy. That is why I'm so glad I'm not involved with any of this shit. I be telling people, bro, hip hop is gay now, dude. It is gay now.
Talking about seems to have been Diddy, and that's according to one of the mogul's old bodyguards.
Cat Williams say, you just got to say no to Diddy. And there's a lot of people that couldn't say no. And they probably on tape.
Speaking of Cat, there's a lot more from where that came.
All of these big dick.
Hey, Cat was telling the truth. Bro, why does Shannon Sharp dress like a female?
Deviance
That's
is
funny.
all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you, all lies will be exposed.
Diddy's situation.
That's crazy. No, I seen the very beginning. Right? What, this? Oh, yeah, I watched it. Oh, yeah, because I watched it.
Damn, Daddy, I didn't know you had.
It's fun.
That's great. I love it.
Shouldn't be spoken of. Some of the people with these tales ran for their lives, while others indulged. But besides those who willingly walked into Diddy's parties to participate in the alleged freak-off said to be the order of the day, other people were forced in against their will. This might have been the story with Cassie, and as you may know, almost countless others who have accused the mogul of heinous crimes. However,
keep it real. Do you think that that's what they're saying? Or do you think she's just saying that to keep herself from getting out of trouble? Could she be like Ghislaine Maxwell, but trying to be smarter about it?
here the authorities are, just randomly finding strange trashed rooms in this man's house. Does this mean they finally proved these rumors about him to be true? I'll tell you this. If the stories about Diddy and his room were truly just
That Williams
rumors,
is 100%
do you think a judge
true.
would have granted
He's
them
right
the
about
go-ahead to
everything,
raid
baby.
his home? Seems unlikely.
What happens is these guys open up a Pandora's box. They look for weird, exotic things.
Dude, it's so true. That's just life, bro. Like, Pandora's box is like, it's evil, bro.
And somehow, in some way, it turns them on.
Think about it right now. You probably can't name one person who's more controversial than Diddy in not just the music world alone, but the entertainment industry
you
as a
could totally
whole.
talk- yeah.
And do you know what they say about Smoke?
Yeah, you could tell them, do you know what they say about smoke?
Where it is?
Bro, I swear, I think AI channels are the way to go. Like, wait.
There's probably fire. Looks like the fire Diddy has been making over the years is now coming right back to hunt him in the form of federal agents. In case you may not be aware, rapper Sean Diddy Combs is currently in a bad situation, to put it lightly. Per the reports, homes belonging to Combs in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by officials from U.S. Homeland Security on Monday, 25 March. The rapper and music mogul, who is credited with helping launch the careers of artists including Biggie Smalls, Mary J. Blige, and Usher, has faced a string of varying accusations in the past 6 months, including SA. The news is now saying the raids are in connection with a federal ST investigation.
This is nuts, bro. This thing is just all so mind-boggling to me. I never would have thought this about Diddy. You know what I mean?
Search warrant.
I just thought he was just some, rich boy, that got richer, and that was it.
Being conducted there could indicate arrests being conducted. We just don't know at this hour specifically what that law enforcement action is.
NBC News cited an unnamed source as saying that 3 women and a man have been interviewed by federal officials in Manhattan, and 3 other interviews are scheduled concerning allegations of STSA and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms. So far, reports say it remains unconfirmed whether Combs himself is the focus of the investigation, but an update on the case has painted a better picture of that. The Army of Federal Law Enforcement officers did a number on Diddy's LA home, and the video shows clearly the mansion was turned upside down. TMZ has obtained footage of the aftermath of Monday's raid on Diddy's Holmby Hills. Drawers were ripped open, belongings scattered about, documents strewn about, and safes broken into. Agents had a field day with Diddy's electronic equipment. You could even see pieces of computer and other equipment in pieces on the floor. It's clear the agent zeroed in on hard drives, which were seized during the raid. See, reports say that Diddy might
Celebrate and save at Ashley's anniversary sale with Hot Buys. Your choice of colors starting at just
might have been keeping materials for
Did you guys just get my first commercial?
Blackmail against several people at his home, hence the thrashing of those rooms. While you may think this is far-fetched for the authorities, word on the street is that the information about his secrets might have been spilled by some of the women who recently accused him. But it seems it's not just women.
But here's my thing, bro. Why are they just coming out now and saying it after this Cassie chick files a lawsuit and wins? That's what I don't understand about this whole thing. And I'm not saying it's a witch hunt or it's not a witch hunt. I just don't understand what's taking them this long. You have to do the... Yeah, I get that, bro. Yeah. No, dude, I get it, David. I know, bro. Believe me, I look into some crazy stuff, dude. I used to look into some crazy stuff. I had to stop because, dude, this shit is nuts. So here's my thing. Why are they just now coming out and saying stuff? I don't understand it. It makes 0 sense to me, bro. It makes 0 sense to me. Just because she won a lawsuit, are they seeing this as a payday? That's why people question these things. Because why does everybody wait till one altogether to come out? It doesn't make sense.
He was blackmailing. If there's anyone that knows about this, it's Cat Williams. The reason Williams is such a big part of this story is that, for starters, the comic predicted all of these things coming to pass.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you... All lies will be exposed.
Back in January, Williams sat down for a tell-all...
But also, you do have to remember, look what's going on with Trump,
interview with Shannon Sharpe on the Club Shay Shay podcast. Throughout the interview, the 52-year-old comedian dropped major bombshells about fellow rappers and other famous figures in the music industry. As Diddy is facing multiple allegations,
we know how corrupt these 3-letter agencies are right now. We don't even have to name them. We'll just leave them at that. We know how corrupt they are, so...
Williams' remarks on the coming home rapper have gone viral on social media. In a video shared on X, formerly Twitter, Williams seemingly exposed Diddy in a cryptic statement. I gotta protect my integrity in that virgin hole I was telling you about because P.
I love that Cat Williams calls it
Diddy
that.
be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no, he said, adding, you gotta tell him no. I did. I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Fans might think the man was adding his comedic flair to the interview when he said that, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, you could even say he might have downplayed it a little, as Diddy has been caught in that same position with other celebrities. The rapper has a history of hosting some of the wildest parties, and he stays looking for victims. Like Williams, rapper Fabulous could have also been one of those victims. Although Fabulous has attended several events in his day.
Wait. Where did Fabulous come in all
History of
this?
hosting some of the wildest parties, and he stays looking for victims.
Yeah.
Like Williams.
Bro, the money, you know what I mean? Like money, are those are gold outlines. I thought he had like nasty stuff around his teeth. Not all money's good money. That's why, I don't know. I don't need to be rich. You know what I mean? I'm better. I would much rather be well off. You know what I mean? And it would be cool to be rich, but like, as long as I'm well off, I feel like I'm behind.
Williams, rapper Fabulous could have also been one of those victims. Although Fabulous has attended several events in his day, it appears that he feels that some of those parties did not live up to the expectations that were set for them.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? And what was your wish for this year?
Now, if you observe, Fabulous is surrounded by an obvious cloud among the crowd. He seems to be carrying an invisible burden, which makes us sympathetic to his attitude. He is
Why are you sympathetic to him, though?
quietly enjoying a piece of cake while projecting an air of seclusion. Moreover, he appears reluctant to meet the eyes of others around him, as if he is really uneasy. But Diddy kept questioning him.
My birthday was cool. Yeah.
To which Fab responded,
Like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything, or like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe. I spent some of the time with my kids.
But the thing with Diddy's parties is that they're never really as they seem. According to someone who seems to have insider information about what goes on at these parties, these events seem to be less partying and more of collecting blackmail material.
I would say a majority of them, David, without a doubt. I would say a majority. I wouldn't say that about everybody, because I feel like there are some godly people that are blessed.
In that light, rapper Smart Guy recently got on a podcast to talk about how upcoming rappers get drugged at events, then get inappropriately handled. The party people tape it and then use it to blackmail them.
That's crazy.
They videotape it. Then when he in the meeting, they play the video of him getting by like 3 niggas.
What? That is like the craziest thing ever.
Seems this
bro.
might have been what Diddy has been doing for years to remain untouchable in the industry. What's more is that these things are reported to happen in special rooms at these parties, a story that's been told by almost every major celebrity in the industry.
They need to get you high. They need to get you, very, they need to be able to massage you a little bit. They need to get that footage on you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, David.
They need to get the pictures. They need to.
Honestly, though, I wouldn't even say all of them in the industry, because I'll guarantee there's got to be at least one or two two people, I don't even want to say good, that are just have that common sense in this industry, And I'm not talking about like Mel Gibson or any of them. I'm talking about like ones that we wouldn't think, they like have more common sense than we would think.
To get that video.
I could be wrong, though, to be honest. I'm a person that does not mind being wrong.
Coincidence? Yeah, I think not. This whole story becomes something slightly different when you realize Diddy isn't the first high-profile person to be caught up in a situation like this. 18th century U.S. President Thomas Jefferson reportedly had a secret room where he kept women as slaves below his home. Depraved as it may be, who's to say this might not also be the case with Diddy? It becomes much easier to believe when you take into account that close to a dozen people have accused Diddy of different forms of assault over the last 6 months alone. Speaking of his assault cases, as I mentioned before, it seems some of his accusers might have played a role in his home raid. If you paid attention to the suits brought up against him, many of them were from way back. It seems the reason it took them that long to speak out, besides his intimidating position in society, is the fact that he had blackmail material, maybe in the form of a non-consensual tape. Well, it seems the authorities are about to find out. Even fans know it. One person wrote, "The year of truth has come for Diddy. The installed are getting exposed. That's it. Goodbye.
Dude, that's crazy. What do you guys think's gonna happen? Remember Rock doing that stupid tooth fairy? Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Just like John Cena had to wear a dress in a movie just recently. And then did you see he was naked on the Oscars? Dude, and John Cena apologized for calling Taiwan a country. You guys remember that? I got a shirt that has John Cena and Kim Jong-un merged together. Look at this. This is pathetic. This was one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen, bro. This made me like, I'm glad I could still like the Peacemaker. You guys ever watch the Peacemaker show? Have you ever watched the Peacemaker show? It's a really good show. I could still watch it knowing that this dude's just a douchebag.
你好，中国，这是赵西娜。我必须说，现在，在《速度与激情》中，我做很多采访，很多。
What a simp, bro.
所以在一个采访，我有一个错误，所有人问我，如果我可以用中文。速度与激情有人给我很多资讯 information， 所以很多采访，很多 information，
This dude's such a simp, bro. Started simping for China.
我有一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱更
When I seen this, I was like, this can't be real. And then when I seen The Rock endorse Joe Biden, I was like, this can't be real either.
中国跟中国人，我很抱歉。
But you can't love and respect Taiwan people too? Is that what you're saying?
对，我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉。你必须了解，我很爱、很尊重中国跟中国人。
Nobody
不好
said
意思
that.
再见。
That was pathetic. I remember that, bro. And I remember seeing that. I was like, wow, this is just so pathetic. We're not going to watch anything WWE because I'll get copyright striked right away. I think this was that same one. Alex Stein, NYC migrant. Yeah. Yo, you guys ever watch Alex Stein? David, you ever watch Alex Stein and Don Terrius? So hilarious, dude. So hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here in New York City at the Roosevelt Hotel with my wife's boyfriend. We're going to try to get him a free hotel room for the night because the migrants should not get priority over my wife's boyfriend. Let's see what they say.
Dude, he's funny, bro. Alex Stein is so funny.
So we're here trying to get him a room.
No, you cannot. Yo,
we're trying to get him a room.
Don't let him in the building, man. Hey, don't let him in the building.
We're trying to.
Dude, he's so funny. I started watching him when I've seen his rap song to Ukraine. Maybe I'll start doing reaction videos to those.
Trying to get a room. We need a free room for him. No, wait.
Yo, Don Terrius. He took his jacket off and he has no shirt on.
We need a room for him. Yeah, no, I know he. Why not? No, we gotta get a room.
Bro, look at his sweatpants.
Hey,
yeah, I love Alex Stein, bro.
He's not gonna cook any rats like these Venezuelans.
Look at it, they're cooking rats. What is going on? Are we turning into a third world country or something? This bitch is cooking. What? She's cooking rats outside of New York City. No shot, bro. No shot. Oh, what?
We need a room.
Oh my god.
They won't give him a room. I don't know why they won't give him a room. Yeah, let us get a room.
Alex Stein is the greatest troll in the world, bro. I love it.
Wait, is it because he's not Venezuelan? Is that why you can't get a room? Wait, I heard they got free hotel rooms. Are you paying for your hotel room?
Let's go.
Guys, let's get him a room.
Let's go. Let's go.
Get off me.
Let's
Get off
go.
me. Don't touch me.
Let's
Don't
go.
touch me.
Get up.
All right. Guys, hey, look, all these immigrants get free rooms, but they won't get my wife.
Listen to what he says, my wife's boyfriend.
Boyfriend a room.
I love it.
They get to come to America. You got a free room. Where are you from, Venezuela? Do you get free rooms?
He's laughing at
Did y'all
him.
get free rooms? Did you get a free room? Did you guys get a free room? How much did y'all pay for your hotel room here?
They already know they didn't pay anything.
It's free. Why can't my wife's boyfriend get a room?
Él es el que está grabando a los migrantes aquí afuera.
I would be telling her, go back to your own country.
They get a free house. You get a free house. Hey, I know, but you broke my microphone. I'm trying to get him a room. What? It's a hotel.
It's not a hotel for y'all,
Hotel. What about homeless people
What is wrong with this dude, bro?
here in America? The fentanyl crisis. All the people overdosing. America has problems too, buddy.
I mean, so ridiculous.
Wow, bro. I love it. That's crazy, bro. That is so crazy to me. That was great. I'm subscribed to him on my other channel. I got to do it on this one. Have you guys ever seen? Oh no, I didn't want to go to Benny Johnson. I watch Benny Johnson all the time, but have you guys ever seen Alex Stein's Ukraine? Oh, he did. He did that. We'll look at that in a minute. Hold on. Alex Stein Ukraine song. Probably gonna get off here pretty soon. Where is his? All right, it's on
Alex
his.
Stein.
It's on his channel. Oh, he went with Gavin McInnes to Grassy. He's there such. Dude, I love Gavin McInnes too. He's so funny, bro. Look, here, he went there with a pump mask on. Dr. Fauci is my hero. Hold on. I want to find the... okay, it's before that. Because right there's the AOC thing. It's before this. It's before this. Where? Dude, it was this long ago? Obama sold out. I know. That's so cringe, bro. They're so pathetic. Where's his at? Where's his Ukraine song at? I thought it was like right here. Here's somebody did like a remix, but I wanted to find his. I don't want to do somebody else's. Oh, here it is. Prayers for Ukraine. This is so hilarious.
And we do have some speakers this evening. The first one is Alex Stein.
Hello, Council. My name's Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I have a little presentation for you today. I have a little audio accompaniment.
Did you hear this? Have you heard this, David? It is so hilarious.
But I just
bro.
want to take a moment to think about the people of Ukraine and what they're going through. So I prepared a little song for them. Let me turn this on. I really want to try to help the people out there. Okay, guys? So let me just get it going. They call me Primetime 99 Alex Stein. Hope you guys like my flavor. Come on.
This is so funny.
Prime time 99.
This is so
on the
funny,
grind,
bro.
all the time. Go insane for Ukraine. A bullet in Putin's brain. I'm prime time. Always on the grind. Always got to shine. And you know it's no lie.
My best friend.
What? Oh, excuse me. Come on, audio. Where are we going? Now we're going. Now we're cooking, guys. I got it turned down a little bit. It's prime time. Let's start that one more time, guys. Come on in the audience. Let's vibe tonight. It's prime time.
Did you see the one where he went with the Biden hat on and threw and disowned the Dallas Cowboys and threw a Tony Romo jersey because of Jerry Jones has a kids that he doesn't claim or some shit like that, and then he said he got sexually assaulted in the metaverse. We'll watch that one after this.
Officer, you know I'm on the grind. You know gas prices are way too high. Putin's got to die. Put a bullet in Putin's head. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm a freak for the vaccine. Vaccinate my body at the party. Sipping Bacardi. I'm the proof when I'm in the booth. Spitting on the mic. Putin's anti-vax. Putin hates all of them blacks. Putin is a bad racist. Put him in the ground, white or brown. And I'm in.
Bro, I love it. It's like so my style, bro.
Plain old town. And you know you just got
Except I don't do the
found.
whole dance and stuff, but I troll like this all the time.
I'm a pimp on a blimp. Unless a steak is shrimp. No, you can't stop my shine. I'm number 99. And you know I grind and shine. And you know I do it all the time.
Wait till you see these people on the right. It is so good.
I'm teaching class. This is your whole pass. Zelensky is a VIP. Ukraine and I go insane. Put a bullet in Putin's brain. You know that is the plan. I'm a Zelensky stan. I love you, Vladimir Zelensky. You are so smart. What's the smell? Did somebody fart? No way. What can you say? Vaccinate me straight or gay. I love you, and I love to rhyme and grind all the time. And you got that sanitizer, and you know I got that Pfizer. You know I stick it in my vein. Put a bullet in Putin's brain.
Bro, I love it. So funny.
Do it for the Ukraine before I go insane. Let me antibacterial my body at the party, sipping Bacardi. You know the flow. And I am a pimp, cause I am on a blimp. Eating lots of steak and shrimp. One more time, I'm 99.
So stupid. I swear every time I watch this, I laugh pretty much the same every single time.
Gas price is way too high. Vladimir Putin needs to die. Gas price is way too high. Vladimir needs to die. I'm the truth in the booth. Take my picture. I'm a winner. I'ma eat you for dinner. Okay.
You want to go to?
I just want to say, I love you. We need to take out Vladimir Putin, like Lindsey Graham said. Thank you, Mayor Mullins. I appreciate the time. Peace. God bless you all.
Like Lindsey Graham said, he just had to throw that in. Bro, I love it. And then when they said he harassed AOC, dude, that shit was so funny. Let's go to him. Let me find the one where he talks about going where he talks about going into the metaverse. Ronnie the Rat goes to City Hall on furry awareness. This is a good one too. We'll watch this one.
From the moment.
Doing a needle. I'ma miss you doing a needle. Do a test on a beagle.
Next speaker is Alex Stein.
Guys, I have some terrible news. Dr. Anthony Fauci is retiring. I'm sure you heard the bad news. And it's going to be a nightmare, especially with the monkeypox epidemic. And you know who I am. I'm Primetime 99 Alex Stein. I'm the greatest city council rapper of all time. Mayor Munz, don't give me that look. Come on, smile.
Don't give me
a little
that
smile.
look.
Don't give me a little smile. You know you're happy to see me.
I love it. I love that he wore a mask too, just to troll him and put it on his chin.
I'm on the grind all the time. I know my man Tony's here. He shares the same name as Tony Fauci. And let me tell you something, Anthony.
It's Tony Fauci.
Tony, I'm going to miss you so much. And all of us could be the victim of a serious virus. Dr. Fauci saved our life. If it wasn't for Dr. Fauci, none of us would be here. So I prepared a little something for you, Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci, what can I say? Dr. Fauci, you made me gay. Dr. Fauci, I love you so much. Dr. Fauci, I need to touch. Dr. Fauci, please.
What is wrong with him?
Don't leave. Dr. Fauci, I ripped on my weed. Dr. Fauci, stick it in my butt. Dr. Fauci, you made me nut. Dr. Fauci, stick the needle.
Oh my god, I'm dead. I don't think I heard this one.
Dr. Fauci, test it on the beagle. Myocarditis from the homie Titus. You saved us from the virus, and I'm always on the grind. Cause I'm number 99. One more Fauci, ouchie in my vein. Vaccinate for the Ukraine.
Oh my
and you
god.
know it kills the pain. Then I like to go insane.
He is such a troll, dude. I wonder how long it took for all these city councils, because I don't know how long it took him to go viral. I just know I started watching like a year ago. I wonder how long it took all these city councils to reach out to each other like, hey, this dude might be coming to you next.
One more booster in my coaster.
In my coaster.
Like a rooster. Let me feel that flavor like roller noodles. I'm attention on a poodle. I'm in the booth. One more time, this is the truth.
Oh
Dr.
my
Fauci.
god, bro.
What can I say, Dr. Fauci?
Such
you
a
made
troll.
me gay, Dr. Fauci.
You
Stick
made
it
me
in my butt,
gay.
Dr. Fauci. You made me nut, Dr. Fauci.
Oh
I love
my
you so much, Dr. Fauci. I'll miss your touch. Please don't leave us. We need you so much, Dr. Fauci.
What is wrong?
Please let me touch on your booty. I miss it all day. Vaccinate me straight or gay. Dr. Fauci in the magazine. Dr. Fauci's got the best vaccine. Mayor Munz, we're having fun. Dr. Fauci, don't get
These people are probably like, what is going on?
I miss you so dang much. Dr. Fauci, please let me touch. I'ma miss you doing a needle. Do a test on a beagle. I love you. Myocarditis, sudden adult death syndrome. That's from the climate. If the climate gets better,
That's from the climate, because the climate gets
most
better.
people will get sudden adult death syndrome. I love you, Tony. Sarah Gonzalez says hi. Primetime 99 Alex Stein. Instagram. Thank you, guys. You guys are a great crowd. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Sharon Overall.
Oh, that is hilarious, bro. So we're gonna watch this one, and then I'm gonna get out of here. This one right here.
Make and helps make us better citizens of Allen. That's all. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Appreciate that input, and I will tell you that since what you present is not necessarily on our agenda, we can't necessarily discuss it, but we can refer that to the city manager to have him look into doing something to respond to your comments. Thank you. Next, we have a Primetime Stein.
Bro, this is so funny. He comes in with a Biden hat on.
Hello, Mayor. My name is Primetime Stein. I'd like to keep my address private for personal reasons. I work at a popular Chili's. I want to start off by, I'm denouncing the Dallas Cowboys. I was a fan of them, but no longer am I a fan of them. They had a major executive, Rich Dalrymple, got in trouble for sexual assault. They had to pay $2.4 million to the cheerleaders because they were filming them illegally, as well as Jerry Jones has an illegitimate daughter named Alexandra Davis that he will not take credit for. And the reason why this is so
why did he have to throw that in there?
So pertinent today is because although I am a Dallas Cowboys fan, the reason why this is so important because I was recently sexually assaulted with.
I'm sorry, it wasn't a Tony Romo jersey. It was a Dak Prescott
In the metaverse, and I recently
I was sexually
ordered
assaulted
a
in the
device from
metaverse.
China that hooked up to my. There's some children in the room, so we have to be very careful of the words I use, but hooked up to some orifices of mine. And it was actually, they say on the manual, I don't know if you're familiar with it, Dave, but it's actually indistinguishable from actual physical intercourse. And I'll be honest, I was having a good time until things got Avatar, and I felt
sorry.
They had to pay $2.4 million. The Dallas Cowboys.
Sorry, guys,
I was
I
a
didn't-
fan
I
of them,
accidentally
but no
hit my
longer
thumb on
am
it.
I a fan of them. They had a major executive, Rich Dalrymple, got in trouble for sexual assault. They had to pay $2.4 million
That's so funny, David.
to the cheerleaders because they were filming them illegally, as well as Jerry Jones has an illegitimate daughter named Alexandra Davis that he will not take credit for. And the reason why this is so pertinent today is because although I am a Dallas Cowboys fan, the reason why this is so important because I was recently sexually assaulted within the metaverse. And I recently ordered a device from China that hooked up to my, there's some children in the room, so we have to be very careful of the words I use, but hooked up to some
These people are probably like, what is going on?
orifices of mine. And it was actually, they say on the...
So listen, let me ask you guys something really quick. Do you guys think that they think that he's do you guys think that they think he's trolling, or do you think that they think that he's telling the truth because he comes in with the Biden hat on, the Hollywood, the little satchel thing, the next governor of California? That's funny, bro. Alex Stein could be.
Manual, I don't know if you're familiar with it, Dave, but it's actually indistinguishable from actual physical intercourse. And I'll be honest, I was having a good time until things got wildly insane. Other people's avatars were starting to take advantage of my avatar, and I felt helpless. I felt out of control, Dave. For the first time in my life, you know, I'm a tech guy, and this equipment was being used. A gargoyle was doing stuff to me. Somebody like Wendy's, the girl from the sandwich shop, the popular hamburger place, was doing stuff to me. It was absolutely frightening. It was something like you would see out of, some sort of satanic movie. And the reason why I'm here, Chris, is because I need your help getting Mark Zuckerberg's attention, because if this can happen...
It's so funny that he does this shit, dude. I love it.
To me, this can
And it's funny, but it also exposes them for how dumb the stuff sounds, bro.
happen to other...
I bet you at first they did. Nobody does
children, because
anymore.
Mayor Falk, I'm a professional when it comes to the internet. I'm on there all day long. So when I'm inside the metaverse, that's my second home. That's my second life. That's where I really grind and shine. I know I have a lot of flamboyance now. I'm handsome. I'm tall. You think I check a lot of boxes here. But in the metaverse, I'm 10 feet tall. I'm balling. I got wings. I'm like a bird. I'm
Why did he have to do the noise?
flying. You can't do that here. But that doesn't give them the right to
I love
sexually
Alex
harass
Stein.
me or
It's so
sexually assault me.
hilarious.
They say, oh, look at Shorty looking fine.
Look at Shorty looking fine. He's 10 foot tall with eagle wings.
Say some nasty stuff, way worse than that, and I have to censor myself because of the situation we're in. But I'm telling you, Dave, it can very easily happen to you. I don't know if you have an online account, but I'm telling you, you log into this, the Oculus 69, you plug this thing into it, it plugs into you, it feels great. But somebody on the other end can take advantage of you, and they can go too far, and that's what happens. So I need your help, Eric, getting the attention of Mark Zuckerberg. This
is listen, in 20 years from now, people are gonna look at this and be like, dude, this is great. This is
Your
gold.
help, Mayor Falk, bringing attention to this. So if this happens again, it's not going to be me. It's going to be one of these kids. It's going to be you next time, Shelly. You're going to order it on HSN, Home Shopping Network. Oh, this is a great thing. I'm going to plug it in. I'm wearing it on my head. Next thing you know, you have a gargoyle doing stuff to you that you would never even
Right,
imagine.
dude. It's
And that can
crazy,
happen
isn't
to you.
it? That's crazy, right, David? He sounds like a deranged Democrat. And when he's trolling, because he's trolling as a Democrat. It's so
I want that to
crazy.
be known. So we need to bring attention to the sexual assault of the Dallas Cowboys, and we need to tell Mark Zuckerberg how I was sexually assaulted within the metaverse, Dave. I really need your help and your attention.
Your time
I
has
appreciate you.
expired.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stein.
Yo, this is so great. This was so great. All right, guys. David, everybody else, I am out of here. I really appreciate you guys all stopping by and hanging out with me tonight. Maybe we'll do this again tomorrow. I'm not too sure what I'm doing yet, but I'll let you guys know. I really appreciate you. Have a good one. Peace.